I like recording on a Friday. I feel like we have like a lot of shit to like potentially go over. There's like new news. There's like stuff to
Music.
go over. Yeah, new music. You know, there's always stuff to go over.
Everything comes out. Movies. I mean, yeah, it's, unless you see like, early, but
My biggest issue with Fridays is it's the end of the fucking week and I'm like ready to relax and now I like can't. I gotta like run my mouth and that's just a weird.
You like running your mouth though.
Weird thing. Y'all would think that and I fucking don't, bro. I be quiet as fuck like most of the day. You would think that, but I really just I don't. It's not my favorite thing.
That's surprising to me. It's actually I was thinking about that yesterday about how like potting is like the ideal career for me because I like to talk and like also I think about like different things that you need to do other jobs that you can't do if you lose like your senses or something like that. Like, bro, I sliced my finger the other day cutting an avocado. Actually, not the other day. This was yesterday. I sliced my
put a ghetto ass Band-Aid on
literally first of all, what you mean ghetto ass Band-Aid?
Nigga grabbed a paper towel and a scrunchie.
This nigga grabbed the first thing he saw, like he was in the Walking
Dude, you
Dead.
acting like when you first, you acting like when you first lived by yourself, you had a bunch of Band-Aids and shit in the crib. Nobody just has all that shit at the ready unless something happens.
That's not true. You don't have a first aid kit like in your house, bro?
No, I never.
You're not adulting properly.
I never had this problem. I've never hurt myself. I'm not clumsy. I'm not like, I never had this problem where I needed shit like that. But I guess it is safe to be preventative looking for
like literally, bro, you have burn gel in your fucking cabinet from like 92, bro. Word. Like you have to. Everybody does.
Nigga said 92, like I was alive back then. What the fuck you talking about? From what?
That's fair.
That's true.
What are you talking about? I live by I didn't take shit from my house from where I left. I don't have all that shit.
You're not adulting properly.
You got Bengay in your cabinet?
Absolutely. Are you kidding? Tiger Balm.
When I first moved into my own crib, like my new spot became like almost like a small replica of my home with mom's. Like everywhere that the paper bags used to be, I just put them in the same spot. Everywhere the cups used to be, I put them in the same type of spot. So like if I'm leaving and then I need this cream, I need that cream, some bandages, I need this medicine. There's shit I'm used to having readily available for me. I'm gonna make that run to Walgreens or CVS real quick.
But that's the thing. You only get those things like over time. Like you build the cabinets up. Like because you're really only buying them like once or twice a year. Like you don't have to keep buying those types of things unless you mad clumsy. Like I feel like I'm not gonna buy Band-Aids again until who knows when. I got 30 Band-Aids. I'm not gonna hurt myself that many times. And also,
but do you have like alcohol, peroxide?
I have peroxide, yes.
Okay, because like certain things you're supposed to always have. Honestly, bro, I'm not gonna lie.
Teach me, Jess.
That no, it's not me. That comes from like having a woman in the house all the time and like letting her kind of set shit up for you. Certain things that we're not.
I'm by myself, dog. What you mean?
Yeah, Trindell, get some bitches, yo.
Yeah, again, part 2. I cannot help you with the fact that you don't get no hoes, bro. Like, that's not my mission.
Nobody take care of me, dog. Listen, yo. Like, I gotta text my girl, like, yo, I just hurt myself. She's like, damn, what you mean? Like, come kiss
what
me.
You mean?
Like, what happened?
That's wild.
Like, yeah, no, she's like, damn, that's crazy.
She that ass said, fuck you telling me for.
Send a picture.
Send me a picture. So then you sent that picture, and then you put it on your story.
Yeah, I gotta see your cabinets, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie. I want to see what's in your cabinets.
Nah,
like
my
I want to
cabinets
see
are legit. I have a good amount of stuff. I just don't
Patreon
get hurt.
Exclusive right there.
Patreon exclusive. I don't get hurt like that. So that's why I didn't have it. But like I said, those are things like now that I have it, I'm good. Like I got the Neosporin, I got the gauze, all this extra shit that I probably don't need. But yeah,
do you keep medicine in your medicine cabinet?
Yeah, I got Tylenol, I got Benadryl, I got all that shit, of course. But like again,
so yeah, you
those are things that you get when you need. Like I didn't have those before I got sick.
So you just almost died and was like, yo, I gotta make it.
Well, I went to the store
got
as
everything,
I was
all at once. So I need all this right now.
Yeah. I was like, let me get the Tylenol. NyQuil's an essential. I feel like NyQuil, DayQuil, the setup. That's good.
For sure.
Benadryl, because I got allergies, shit like that. That's what you get. You feel me?
Yo, do y'all respect expiration dates on medicine?
No.
No,
medicine,
right?
No.
Nah.
I'm telling. That's
why
would
I said,
this
stop?
Why
would you make medicine that stopped working after some time? Why would they do that?
To make you buy more.
That's why I said you got shit in there that's like from 92, bro. That you supposed to throw it away.
Bro, big
pharma just don't.
They want you to keep buying that shit, bro.
That's a fact.
They want you on that shit, bro. They always want you to just keep buying that shit. That's how they make so much money.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's
man.
it. That's exactly it.
But to my main point, I was thinking about how much this hinders me from other shit, like having this cut on my finger. Like, bro, I edit, so I can't. It messes with my workflow. You feel me? Like, and I just thought I was
What
talking to
finger is it?
my left trigger finger.
Trigger. Okay.
I'll
It's
point
your
it.
index, but all right.
Index, whatever. Okay, sorry.
Nigga,
So
you
sorry.
you never pulled the
gun. My trigger finger. Why would you call it that?
That's not what people call it.
No.
What
It's
is-
a certain sect of the country that calls it that.
How often
Like,
we
and that's
looking
it.
at an index, nigga? Like, what you mean? How to pull a trigger? When's the last time you opened an index?
I guarantee you go through more indexes than you do like triggers. Like, I'm pretty sure.
And your trigger on your PlayStation controller don't work. That don't count.
Exactly. I
That don't
can't,
count.
bro. I can't play PlayStation. Editing is weird. Like, just doing shit. Washing dishes is weird.
That cut is not that bad, bro.
Oh my gosh, bro. Here we
No,
go.
let's do it. Patreon exclusive. Put the finger up to the camera.
I'm not gonna open. I'm not opening this shit up. It hurts. It is nasty.
It was that bad?
like that.
Bro, I literally. All right, so let me explain for you. Like, let me give you a visual. I was cutting the avocado,
He was about to come at us crazy like he told us a million times already before.
and I knew.
You peeped that, right?
Like, niggas is supposed to respect the cut on his finger, bro. Like,
Because I'm
he's really
telling
about
you it's
to,
bad, but y'all like, nah, nigga, yo, you
he's
good.
really about to tell us how traumatized he was by this fucking avocado cutter. Like, go ahead.
Y'all dead ass invalidating me right now. I don't like that. But look, so I was dead ass cutting this avocado, and I knew, like, when, you know how you doing something, and you're like, I probably shouldn't be doing this like
wrong,
this.
for
Yeah, I'm
sure.
definitely doing this a little weird, and I knew because I've cut an avocado before, and it's been fine. My girl told me, she was like, listen, your knives are too dull. You need like one good sharp knife because your knife's usually dull. So of course, respecting her wishes. Again, she don't even live here, but I did it anyway. I got the sharp knife. Of course, I'm using the sharp knife to cut this avocado. I don't need the sharpest knife to cut this avocado. You don't need a fucking blade to
Really
cut an
don't.
avocado. You really don't need that crazy shit.
You just
Of
want to
cour-
feel like a fucking
Wait a minute.
master chef.
I was no, I was just
I'm trying to. You're cutting an avocado
right.
like to the core.
So
With a-
so I cut
The
around.
sharpest knife in your house.
Pretty much. I'm cutting around it, and then I rotate it and open it up, and then
It's
core
a
it out.
soft ass fruit like that. I mean, it's like
But
that's
listen,
not even one of those.
It
items.
wasn't the softest yet, but like I just needed it to pierce the avocado so I could go around it. I go around the rest of it, and then, but for some reason, it wasn't going in. It wasn't going in the right way. So I was like, all right, let me just pierce it a little bit, and I'll just do the rest accordingly, like respectfully. Like I respect myself and this knife. I felt it. I was like, this is definitely not gonna go well. And of course, it went through the avocado and went straight into my finger.
This nigga stabbed the avocado. Like, this nigga,
I
shanked the avocado.
I did, bro.
trying to
And
fucking
like I'm
open it.
telling you, this was
They got some bloody guac.
this was not even, bro. This was probably the worst like stab I've ever had because I don't know. You ever like you slice yourself. I've had like cuts, and I've cut myself a lot of times just in terms of like I was washing a dish and a knife happened and it cut. And the little cuts is fine. Paper cuts, okay. But like this was like a deep cut. You feel me?
You start panicking.
Nah, I didn't start panicking, but I definitely let out like an audible like fuck. Like it was 9 a.m. Nah, you know how you like react. You niggas, I can't.
Start sucking in hella air.
Yeah, niggas, man.
Yo,
I
legit don't feel bad for you, son. I'm sorry. Like that. Like
I'm not asking
this
you to
was
feel
so
bad.
self-inflicted.
I just want you
like,
to understand what happened. So
You
I'm
posted
watching.
that
So
shit
now
to
I'm
your
washing it
story.
off. Now I'm washing it off, and my sink looked like a murder scene because the shit just won't stop bleeding. And I'm like, all right, what the fuck am I gonna do? Because I don't I'm cooking too. Because like my stove is on. I got onions cooking. I'm like cooking. So I'm like, all right, I can't move my finger from the sink because I'm just gonna have blood all over the floor. So what am I gonna do? All right, paper towels, put some pressure on it. You feel me? I take off
Grab
the
a
paper
scrunchie.
towel. The shit start gushing again. I'm like, bro, what is going on here? I'm like, what am I doing wrong? So I call my mother. I'm like, let me call my mom and figure out, yo, how do I stop this from bleeding? I cut myself pretty deep. Should I I'm still bleeding. It's been like 5 good minutes. It's still like
Turned out thought he was about
gushing.
to die. He's about to bleed out.
yeah,
nah.
he's-
So look, I definitely am careful with that shit because yo, I don't handle like blood that good. So if I pass out, I live by myself. That shit is,
That's it. They just gonna find you stinking one day.
yeah, I don't get no
Right.
visitors. Niggas don't, like it's clipped for me. So I was like, let me tell somebody what happened. Let me try to figure this out. Let me stop this bleeding because I don't like bleeding. Like, who the fuck does? So she's like, yeah, just put some paper towel on it. You got
There's a few people.
Band-Aids. Yeah. She's like, you got Band-Aids? I said, nah. She said, you got Neosporin? I said, nah. And she's like, all right, well then use a rag or paper towel. Whatever. I'm not trying to dirty my rags with my blood. That's crazy. I just use mad paper towel. And then I got a little hair tie that my girl left. And I just put it on my finger. And like, it's just engineering shit. Like, that's when you don't have it, you use what you got. So that's what I did. But then later on in the day, I did go to Walgreens. Shout out Walgreens. I got my little Band-Aids, got my Neosporin, got my gauze and shit. And I came home and
You
I
got the
wrapped
white
it
people Band-Aids too. You
respectfully.
didn't even get the brown ditches.
I don't need Band-Aids to match me, bro. I'm not that like I think that's the
No.
dumbest.
Band-Aid representation matters, bro.
It doesn't, but I feel you, bro. It really just I
it's
don't
a
need
thing because that is
just like
to
Aunt
me,
Jemima helps, right? Getting her
No.
off
But literally, because the Band-Aids are like supposed to be flesh colored and not all flesh looks the same. Like that was, you don't think that fucked with us when we was kids? Like think about it. Like there was a flesh crayon in everybody's Crayola box, and that shit was pink as fuck. Not at all. No effect.
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Cool.
I don't think so. It was before my time, bro. First of all, I didn't even know the word flesh until I started playing fucking, I don't even know, Nazi zombies.
Playing
or
with
some shit.
fleshlights. I know.
What? He said, I know. Like, he was so sure that was happening, bro.
Yeah. I ain't hear the word flesh until, I know. For sure.
No cap, I didn't even know what that was for a long time either. That's another thing, bro. Like, I just didn't know. The word flesh, you don't use that in your everyday life. You just don't.
I heard the term pocket pussy before fleshlight.
Pocket pussy is such a weird thing, though.
You know why you don't use the term flesh? Because it doesn't fucking apply to you, nigga. That's why. Like, that's why we had to change the whole fucking narrative.
I just don't like the word flesh either, bro. Skin is fine. I don't need flesh. Flesh is mad human. I don't need that, bro. It's like flesh, human flesh. Like, what kind of shit? I'm not no fucking scientist.
It sounds like you're a like you're like, oh, flesh, delicious, like a fucking cannibal. Like
I have opinions about cannibalism.
Can we start on some regular lifestyle shit?
We ain't gonna go there. I have opinions about cannibalism. I do.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna share them, but just like,
just know that he does have the opinion.
Just I do have opinions about that. It might not be the worst fucking. Anyway, continue.
So that's my main case in point. I thought potting is great because I'm like, you just gotta talk, and I'm using all my mental. So as long as I have the mental capacity and the ability to talk, I can always pod. And you can make it's mad cool that you can make money off talking and sharing opinions. I think that's great. That's awesome. And I was like, that's something where I don't really need any more of my senses. If I lose my sight, God forbid, I could still talk. If something happens to my throat, then that's something else. Like I can, but that's just one sense. I can still figure something out.
Pause.
Yeah, I guess pause, whatever. My main case of point is that I just thought about how great I think potting is, and like I realized I never asked you, Damon, like how you actually feel about potting, because I know like a lot of people they don't like to pot. A lot of people like over time they're just like they can't see themselves doing it long term. But like I've always like wondered, do you actually like potting, or is it just something that passes?
Yeah, I definitely enjoy it. I don't know if I'd be able to do it it's definitely something I wouldn't be able to do like on my own or with just anybody. You can't just put me in a podcast with just random people or just in a setting where you're bringing me to talk to people that I don't know, and it's like I could be fully into it. Like I could fully be myself, crack the jokes that I want to crack, say the thing, say my opinions without having to worry about the person across the room is going to look at me funny for the rest of the time. Like if it's a more control, like you and Just, we've done you and Hav, you and Wash, people that I'm really familiar with. That's when I enjoy it the most. But like if somebody were to like ask me to like, hey, do you want to come on be a guest on our pod, and it's like I know the host, but I don't know anybody else. It's like, I don't know. It depends, I guess. But I love it, honestly. Like I told you a couple weeks ago, when we got back into it, I was really nervous, got the butterflies again, and that's a great feeling, honestly, because that's like something I haven't felt since I was in like high school playing like competitive sports. You know what I'm saying? Like that the readiness, like getting ready before a game, listening to music, going through your notes, practicing, going through your moves, all that type of stuff. So it's like kind of the same thing. And it's just brings back an aspect of my childhood that I really miss, I guess.
Appreciate that. And what about you, Jess? Like how you about to, I guess you just said early on that you don't like chatting like that, Like you don't like to talk that much, but
I really, honestly, I think like 4 or 5 years ago, I probably should have started potting. I feel like I'm aging out of potting because I don't have such strong opinions about anything anymore. Like I really, really don't. I think I was more passionate and more in tune with the world really when I was younger. Because when you're younger, everything is like super fucking urgent. As you get older, that's one thing that happens. Like you kind of you're like, it's fine. You know what I mean? Like you do kind of even out. You remember like that Tupac quote where he was like, the world only give you till you like 25, 30 to like really, really be your full self. And after that, you kind of like even out.
Gotta conform.
You got to conform, right? He said it kind of as a negative thing, but I think, well, unfortunately, he hadn't gotten to that point of that age.
Just got there.
Right. So what was he, 23 or 24 when he was killed?
25 when he passed, I think.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Being 34 now, knowing that Tupac was 24 when he died or 25 when he died, that's fucking bananas. But anyway, it's not as like defeating as he described. It's kind of just like live and let live. Like it really just you just don't form the same level of visceral opinion that you do when you're young. You know what I mean? So it's actually difficult to sit up here and kind of talk about how I feel about things because I don't think any of this shit really matters that much. You know what I mean? So it's actually really tough. But I do again appreciate the platform. I would legitimately have fun talking with y'all. You know what I mean? So that's more of why I'm doing it, not really because potting is that important. I'd listen to the pod from last week and I was still kind of just talking my shit listening to the pod, even though I wasn't on it.
He'd pause the pod and be like, "Oh yeah, give his opinion." Like, this
is where I would chime in.
I did that. Is that fucking embarrassing?
Just to piggyback off of that point right there.
I definitely did do that. Is that fucking like that's like actually kind of embarrassing?
That's not weird, bro. Because listen,
that's cool. That's dope.
It's cool, and you know what? You're not alone in that. A lot of people always talk about podcasts as I think the best kind of podcasts that you listen to are ones where you feel like you're almost a part of the conversation or like you're sitting in this room listening to these people. That's why volume work is so important. Like our technical aspects of like podcasts are so important because if you can kind of separate the aspect of like, or I'm listening to this podcast and it really feels like you're in this room talking to these people, which a lot of people have reached out and said that that's what it feels like listening to this podcast. It's like, yo, I feel like I'm just, listening to you talk. I feel like we're just in a room together and I'm just listening to you talk. And that's great. A lot of people, sometimes they don't spend a lot of time with people outside. Sometimes they're inside or sometimes they're doing something else. They're at work, they're washing dishes, they're doing something like, but they use it as a multitasking tool to where they can just listen to people speak. They can listen to us laugh, they can listen to us talk, and it inspires them to go and talk and converse with other people about stuff. So I think, the magic of podcasting is just amazing. And I just feel like it's just not going anywhere anytime soon because people like to talk. And most importantly, people like to listen and hear other opinions most of the time. So, that's why I'm like, I love when that we can do this. And like, to your point, just about like, you don't have like super strong opinions about stuff. I feel like the best type of pod that you can be on are ones where you don't think too much about it. You know what I'm saying? You talk like you just talking to your niggas. Like you just out here, you having a conversation. Like nobody's asking you to like have the most precise take. Like we not out here. Like there's not a lot of pressure. It's not like people hovering over this. Oh, you can't say that. You can't say this. You just say what you feel. You say what you want. You just talk from your experience. You know what I mean? And that's what I find the best part about it.
Yeah, I do want to start a not a lie counter, but a wrong counter. I could put like the bottom corner because I was listening over to the other episode. Y'all be wrong about a lot of things.
Yeah,
Like
I
from
was wrong a lot too.
I be wrong
Yeah.
a lot. Like we were talking about music, like when this song came out, or like what song is on what album, or like the name of a song, or that's just an example. But like it goes for all topics that we talk about. Niggas
I
be
think the
wrong.
one I think
Yo.
the one
Yeah.
on the last pod that was like I started fucking screaming at the microphone was when you said that coloring. Well, you kept calling Chance's album 3
3
instead of Coloring
instead
Book,
of coloring
which
book.
was fucking weird. He had a 3 hat on. Like imagine imagine like
3.
niggas just calling like Michael Jackson's Thriller album like Red Leather Coat. You know what I mean? Like that shit is goofy as fuck, bro. And then Chance's intro on Ultralight Beam was the rollout for Coloring Book. Coloring Book definitely came after that. And everybody kind of flooded Coloring Book because that Ultralight Beam record on TLOP was so fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Chance hadn't really gotten like major looks like that yet. Acid Rap obviously was buzzing in the streets, festival stages, all that shit. But that Kanye feature on when Kanye was again, that
When
was
Kanye
like
got really involved with Chance.
yeah, that was like was that Trump era Kanye? Almost like right before like
I had to have been right before, because Trump was elected in 2016.
right. So it
So
would Kanye jumped on after he got elected. I remember he wasn't on like the campaign trail. It was
yeah,
like after
yeah,
he
yeah.
won. That's when he started doing the MAGA hats and all that shit. But yeah, this is like chaotic Kanye. You know what I'm saying? Like Kanye was the biggest fucking rap celebrity in the world at the time, just for press shit, right? So Chance coming on that album and having such a strong appearance, yeah, people were absolutely ready for Coloring Book. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
that was just one thing that y'all was mad fucking wrong about it.
Thanks, Jess.
Yeah, no doubt. No
But we
doubt.
should definitely you're right. We definitely are wrong about a lot of things. But bro, sometimes we be dead on about shit. We be right or like just prophetic about a lot of shit because it really
But it's just so
scares
much
me.
funnier when you're wrong. Nobody cares when you're right. I'm not sure if you realize that, but nobody's gonna give you your just dues when you're right.
Unless you got
Like
receipts.
it's only when you're yeah. Unless you like retweet an old tweet or something like that,
Yeah, hella timely
post
like
yeah. But if it's like you're right, nobody gives a fuck. Nobody's trying to hear none of that shit.
We can, nigga.
Unless it's like something extreme, like you tattoo it on your fucking arm or something, and then it comes true.
Yeah,
I don't think
I ain't gonna lie, bro. That
I
shit.
don't think I've ever seen that happen before.
I actually want one of those, bro. I really want one of those like perfectly correct tweets that like 3 years from now you can retweet and be like, yo, this motherfucker got one, right? There was a dude who tweeted out like after Kyrie and KD went to the Brooklyn Nets, he's like 3 years from now, this shit is not gonna like end well or whatever. And then like literally 3 years to the day, KD requested a trade, and it was like, damn, son, that's fire. Like, I want to catch one of those so fucking bad.
Just tweet, dog. You gonna be right about something. The amount of times that you just say shit, you're bound to be right about shit. You'll be wrong about a lot of stuff, but you can be right about a lot of shit too, bro. I was tweeting that Rihanna's gonna drop either an album or a baby for the longest time. She gave us a baby. She gave us a baby. Like we care, but like just one of those things. I was talking about that for a minute. Like, and there's a lot of shit.
Is wrong place.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll take that compliment. But like, but that's the thing. Like, yo,
Still ain't getting that damn album.
I don't know. I feel like there's hope.
I'm doubling down on that take. We're not getting an album for a long ass time from her.
Let's wait on music. Cause I don't even know what type of album she would drop at this point anymore.
I don't think Rihanna likes music.
She's making too much money elsewhere, bro.
Yeah, bro. Like, I don't think she's one of those people that ever really loved music. I think she loved being a star, and she's great at that. She's great at like being an entertainer. But I never really got the feeling that Rihanna was someone who was like fucking, staying up till 5 a.m. to making sure the mix was perfect. On like, she made dope music. She's naturally a talented ass person, but like, she's never gonna fucking make another album ever. Like ever.
She had the personality for it too. Like if you got the personality, you got the umph. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't really. It's like the whole feet pick shit. Like you don't have to have good feet. You just got to have the good personality.
How the fuck can somebody tell what your personality is from your feet pics?
I know
Like,
what I'm saying, like,
clean this up for me.
If your feet are trash and unkept, then you can assume that this person's irresponsible, dirty, can't be trusted because they don't even take care of themselves. So how they gonna take care of anybody else? You know, so
mm.
it's a lot of things.
Have y'all ever been judged by a spouse or like someone you was dealing with because of like your feet or
Mostly my
like
fingernails. Like I bite my
okay.
fingers to the nubs, and it's like, why do you bite your nail? Or like,
We
sometimes
talking
it'll
about
be,
biting your nails though. I
but like no, but like even like a
I thought
dirty,
I thought
like
you were gonna
having
say
a
like
little
you
bit of
had like
dirt.
dirty nails or something.
No, like yeah, sometimes shit gets underneath your fingernails, but I'm not like it's not like dirty, dirty. Like sometimes your fingers get a little, but I'm very like what is it, hygienic
Cleanly, yeah,
Hygienic.
yeah,
with my
something like that.
nail with my hands. I'm very like I don't like touching a lot of shit. So yeah, but my toes is fine. Like I'm good with that and shit. I've
Yeah,
never actually been judged about that.
I think I got decent feet. Like they're not bad. Like for a man, you know what I'm saying? Like
Never by a spouse. My sister came at me for my feet before.
our uncles had like the roughest fucking hands known to man, bro. Like, what was you niggas building that made your fucking hands look like that, bro? Like, I
Just building
distinctly
everything.
remember,
Yeah, boy, you shake
like,
an old nigga hand, it really does feel like different. Like, I'm like, why? I'm
the
like, what?
fuck is up with that, bro?
Like, my hands don't feel like this. I'm like, are my hands
Yeah,
ever gonna feel like this? Do I want my hands to feel like this? It just feels like
I hope not.
you touching sandpaper. Like that shit just
yeah.
feels mad crazy.
I was actually watching a video on YouTube about like why do people who were your age at a certain time look older than you do now at your age? Right? It was like some like scientific like stuff about like perception and like age perception and like all this other stuff. I'll fucking send y'all the link. But there's like a scientific reason.
Don't.
Well, y'all want to see it, trust me. But like, they were talking about like Norm from Cheers. Remember the old mailman looking guy with the curly hair?
Yeah.
He was 34, bro. He was 34. Like the Golden Girls started when like B. Arthur, I think, was like 48 and like Betty White was like 52.
I read that too.
Angela Bassett is 63 years old, son. Like it's kind of fucking crazy. Like these were like that was a show about old ass women. You look at 50-year-old women now, even when they're not celebrities, even when they're not like super famous, and like there's some badass 50-year-olds out there, bro. They don't wear them fucking 90s.
You also gotta be careful with that too, because niggas be having industry ages, so it's like you can't always trust that shit. They be capping. I feel like a lot of these celebrities don't be their real age.
Aren't they usually older, not younger?
I don't think it matters. I think it's more so just whatever age they want to be, they can kind of like, this is what I'm trying to be. This is what my target demo is. This is who I'm trying to appeal to. Like the people that are watching it, I want them to think I'm this age.
Regardless of your line about being older or younger, I'd rather just know how old you actually are. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a problem. I think it's a problem both ways. If you're lying about your age.
Yeah.
I think the next few people I meet, I'm just gonna tell them I'm 27 and like see what happens. Like if they believe me, great. Another part of the video was that like we are literally aging slower than the older generation. They said 60 is like the new 55 and like 40 is like the new
What does any of that shit mean,
37.
bro? What does any of that stuff
Yeah.
mean, man?
Yeah, I don't know if
from
I
like
totally buy it, but like I could definitely see it because I even remember like go as far as back as like high school. I remember the class that I was in before me, or let me not say that. Let me say like 4 years, or the generation before us. They look mad old for high schoolers. We get there, we look like
yeah.
normal high schoolers, and then the generation that came
Babies.
after us, bro, they look like fucking children. They look like they should still be in middle school.
They look like babies, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
So
That's what I mean. Like it is
I can definitely
relative.
see that, and I can understand it to that extent.
But on the other sentiment, you ever look at a picture? Like I look at pictures of myself from 5 years ago, and I'm like, damn, I really like, like I'm aging, like, and I don't realize it until I look at pictures or look at if somebody sends me a video, like, bro, I see a picture of myself in college. I'm like, damn, who is that? Like it's already, and like, what we graduated like 5 years ago, and I'm like, it don't feel that long ago, but when I see pictures, I'm like, that was a minute ago.
Do y'all have pictures of yourselves in your houses, like of like your
Somewhere.
younger self?
Yeah.
Not just in the house, but like
yes.
on the walls and shit.
No, not like just
No,
me.
just sitting
Like an
around.
old photo of me and my siblings. That's probably it though.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't have no pictures, and I think I want to put pictures up because like you can forget
Yeah.
what your life used to be like at a certain point. You know what I mean? Like it is kind of difficult when I was in high school or yeah, like when I was a teenager, I never used to take pictures. And now that I'm at this age, I take pictures
All the time.
damn near every day or like I just
I'm
have
glad,
to.
bro. I'm glad.
Mhm.
Yeah, because memories are like so fucking vital to like who you are and like
Mhm.
visual
Yeah.
mediums like that, like you definitely it helps to see it.
The older you get, you know what I'm saying, and the more you start losing people, that's when you start realizing that, like, fuck, I don't even have any photos with this person. I don't even
Bro,
have
Right.
any videos with this person. I can go back and like remember him or her
Yeah.
with.
bro.
So
And
yeah,
that hurts my feelings
I'm
so much,
yeah.
dog. Cause this mad people that just don't even like. You ever meet somebody that just don't like taking pictures? Like they don't fuck with it. Like,
I hate those type of people.
bro, and it's not even like a hate thing. Like I understand, but it's all like for some cases, like they don't want you posting shit
Mhm.
on Instagram and stuff like that. They don't know where you're gonna put it. But like if I'm just trying to
Yeah.
get a picture for the memories, like there's some people that just don't like taking pictures. But it hurts that, you know, you don't want to remember this moment the same way I do. And yes, you can live in the
Yeah.
moment. Yes, we can experience it, but it's also like
I
something
want to
about a
remember it
picture.
too.
Yeah, something about a picture that kind of like locks them. Bro, I took a picture on my birthday with like some of the friends that I went to on my birthday celebration, bro. I was like, damn, I got like a diverse ass group of friends. Like this is mad. Almost every ethnicity except Indian is in that picture. And I'm like, yo, we look like the fucking Rainbow Coalition. This shit is
Yeah,
great.
why you hate Indians, bro?
That's what is that what I said?
He just couldn't find one.
That's just yo, does
I,
anybody got an Indian friend?
I got
Like we need
I got
we need
Indian
one
Walk around
more of
like
friends.
them.
Noah. Walk around like Noah.
Two of each. Nah, I got Indian friends, but like it was definitely a moment where I was like, damn, I'm glad this moment is locked in time. Like, cause I'm like, I would frame this. And this is really
Mhm.
nice. And it's telling who smiles for the pictures. Because even
Yeah.
that's something. Like a lot of people don't smile for pictures, sometimes they mean mug or whatever, but
Mhm.
that moment right there is timeless. Now I'm never gonna forget that moment,
Yeah.
which is great for me.
How do you guys feel about phones at concerts? You think that's different? Or you think the same thing applies?
I've tried it both ways. I've gone to a concert and not touched my phone and just experienced the artist on stage performing. And I've gone to the concert and like recorded the whole thing. And I can tell you, recording the whole thing was better. Like,
Yep.
yes, maybe I might have like missed some things in the moment, but just having that much documentation of that moment, it's just so much easier to recall that feeling. It really fucking is, bro.
Yeah.
I went to the TDE championship concert right after Kendrick dropped Damn, right? Everybody was there. Lance Skywalker, fucking Sir. SZA actually got sick. She went to the Jersey show, and then like 2 days later, they were in Long Island. She didn't come to the Long Island show. But Schoolboy was there. Absol was there. It was the whole fucking clique.
Damn.
And like they all came on stage at one point and did like I think was it Black Hippie Remix? I don't recall what the record was, but they all kind of came on stage. And then obviously Kendrick came out. I taped the whole fucking set. And that was like what, 26, 17? I still go back and watch that whole fucking set
Yeah.
because it was incredible, bro. I think the concert that I didn't take my phone out was the Beyonce concert for Lemonade and still had a lot of fun. But I have a more difficult time recalling what record got played at what time. And you know what I mean? And like,
Yeah.
what was the reaction or what was the stage set when because she's big on stage performance, right? She's got a lot of props and stuff like that. I can't recall it as well as the Damn show.
Yeah. I mean, even me going back to 2017, like you, Made in America tour. I still go back to watch that Jay-Z, the J. Cole performance like every few weeks. It's on my laptop now. Like it's so amazing. It's like you just want to be able to go back and revisit those times and not be able to forget it. Because like you said, it's so easy to forget like a moment. Like, oh fuck, I forgot he did this song. Oh, I forgot that he brought this person out. Like, he brought Meek Mill out of nowhere. And this is like, soon after he had just gotten like, out of jail and everything. So I was like a
Yeah.
big deal. Like his first, like, he's back
And
in
Made in
Philly.
America is in Philly too. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That
So
had
it's
to be
like
fucking nuts.
So it's like, oh shit, like I got that on camera. So it's like what we talked about last week, Trendo. The moments at a concert that if I'm not standing here, right and right now, I would have never been here for. And something you're never gonna forget. It's like those type of things. I don't gotta worry about forgetting because it's documented.
Yeah.
What was everybody's best concert moment or like experience? I know y'all talked about festivals last week. I'm not a festival fan. I've actually not been to a true festival, but I feel like I would hate it. So that's why I've never gone.
I feel like you would have liked Rock the Bells when they used to do it over in New York.
I'm supposed to
I
take
think you
that
would've
like
liked
on
it.
the chin too, right? Yeah, okay. Like
No, nigga, you're a hip hop head.
You seem like a Run DMC type nigga. Yeah, for sure. Like
It wasn't them niggas.
You do that, bro.
And it wasn't them. It was like 90s rappers.
Yeah.
Like Wu-Tang and Erykah Badu and Lauryn Hill were headlining.
hey, bro, you
Nas
fucking
was
Razzcast? Like, nigga, get out of here, man. You fucking.
You definitely do. Like, you definitely would fuck with that. But like, nah, festivals not for everybody. But like, definitely like a concert. It was kind of random. I was like there for one of the times when Hannibal. You remember that like
When he went on the Bill Cosby shit?
No. When he was like
I was about to say,
he's popping out on stages and he was like rapping like with a Doom mask on. And everybody thought he was MF Doom.
Oh,
but like, and everybody was just.
So you actually got to experience it.
I did. He popped out on stage and like everybody thought it was Doom, but then like Flying Lotus comes out and he's like, "Yo, that's Hannibal. Like that's not like what are you doing, bro? Like you're not Doom, you're Hannibal." And then everybody was just like kind of like, "Oh fuck it," you know, like it was one of those moments. Yeah, boo. But it was, and at some shows, I think he actually did like come out, whatever. But like for this one, he didn't. It was just Hannibal. But still,
yeah, wasn't Doom like doing that a lot? Wasn't he like sending out doubles and shit like that? Yeah, like to like fuck with people in the crowds.
Yeah, which I think is dope. Yeah,
not great. Yeah, that's fucking awesome, bro.
The mad villain.
Yeah, I think his birthday was like not too long ago. Wasn't his birthday like the other day?
Yeah, it was super recent. It was super recent. I can't remember the exact date.
Yeah, a couple of days ago.
I think he's a Cancer.
Yeah, but also like my first time, like I went to see Gambino at Hammerstein Ballroom in New York. I don't think that place is open anymore, but like I just knew because there was this one song that he only played live and he never actually dropped. It was a song with Trinidad James, but he only played it at his show, and it was in like his short film. I forgot what it was called. I think was it Clapping for the Wrong Reasons or something like that?
Yeah.
There was like one part where he was like letting, I think, Chance and somebody else listen to the song. And I was playing over the speaker, and it was like a 30-second clip. And I was like, yo, this song is hot as hell. This is dope. And he only played it live. So that's why I wanted to go see his show, because of the internet. And when the DJ played it, I was like, damn. And I started recording. I had my little like Canon power shot and I recorded most of the show. But that was the moment that I wanted. I wanted that moment of hearing that song live and then just being able to like have that forever. Cause I'm like, he never dropped that song and he only played it live. And like, there's a lot of artists that do that, but he was probably the first one that I was just like, damn, I'm glad I got to actually experience that and feel the bass in my chest, you know, and not just listen to it on YouTube or somebody else experiencing it. So that was probably like one of my biggest concert experiences where I got to like be there in that moment.
For me, it might have been seeing Wu-Tang all together on stage.
That's dope.
Perform. That was super, super dope. When they had ODB's son out there with him, and he was going, he's literally the spitting image. And like from all the stories and articles that I read, he's like exactly like his father, which I don't know if it's like a good or bad thing, but
probably not great.
Yeah, probably not great. But musically, he's exactly like his dad, like his mannerisms, the way he works the stage, works the crowd, works the mic, pause. Like he's a spitting image. So that was like a really great experience for me. This is like a dope experience to say you got to experience, because this is like so like, this is like a her thing, but I got to experience one of those Lauryn Hill long awaited performances.
Long ass waits.
Yeah, so I got to say I did that. That was dope.
Which is like dope as hell, because that's an experience within itself. Like not everybody can say they got to.
You can confirm the rumors now.
Yeah.
I'm definitely a person who thinks like inconvenience adds to the story. You know what I mean? Like it's certain people who like when you're going out or like hanging out, somebody gets like fucked up or like sloppy drunk and like kind of fucks up the night, quote unquote. To me, like that shit just makes the shit more epic. You know what I'm saying? When shit go wrong, somebody get arrested or you miss your fucking train and now you got to spend the next 2.5 hours in some fucking town that you've never fucking heard of, calling everybody whose number you got, and like nobody can come get you. You gotta fucking walk 2 miles to the next fucking train station. Like, yo, shit be happening, man. Like, it's one life, man. Fuck it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those are the nights you don't forget.
I can kind of relate to that.
What's one music experience that you wish you got to experience live, like from somebody that you wish you got to, like either like a show that you saw on YouTube or like something that you heard about? Like, what's one thing that you wish you were like, damn, I wish I was there for that?
I have a couple. I wish I would have gotten to see the Watch the Throne tour because that tour looked amazing. And this is just a personal thing because he's one of my favorite artists. But I wanted to see Frank Ocean at Panorama because I watched that performance live on YouTube a lot as well, and he went crazy. Different versions of like basically all his songs, visually stunning. The way they were working the camera on the big screen. I wish I was there for that.
The thing I'll probably regret for the rest of my life is never seeing Michael Jackson live. Right? He's just one of those. I was 2009. I was 21 when Michael Jackson. No, was it? It was 2009, right? Yeah. I was 21 when Michael Jackson died. He had already like not toured for a couple years. He was about to come out for the This Is It tour, I guess it was, and that was going to be his last tour. It was a high chance that it was never going to fucking happen anyway. But like, that's one of the motherfuckers that's why I'm glad I got to experience Kendrick. That's why I'm glad I got to experience Beyonce, right? Because those moments are never going to like, these are world-class artists, bro, and like they're never, like, once their time is gone, it's never really coming back. And we're talking about some of the greatest performance hip-hop has ever seen. I've never seen a Kanye West show, and I'm pretty sure don't want to at this point, but I'm pretty sure that a Kanye West show is one of those shows that you just are not gonna ever fucking forget, right? So
I would have loved to have been there for his Larry Hoover performance because he actually did like the bops there.
I never even saw a clip of that shit.
They were treating it like an unofficial Drake and Kanye versus, but it really wasn't that at all. Because Kanye did all the slaps, all this old shit, and some of the new stuff. Drake just did CLB. So, niggas were trying to make it a competition like that. But I didn't watch all the performances. It looked like Kanye was kind of out of breath for a lot of them. So maybe I wouldn't want to go see him now at this point either. But yeah.
Don't he just like fucking stand there with the mask on and shit now? Like, he don't even really perform.
Yeah, it's more so an experience in terms of like the setting now, like his stage design. It's more of that than anything, than him actually performing now.
Yeah, he used to, like, I remember when like Graduation came out, and like his whole thing was like stadium music, right? He wanted to make records that when you played them shits in the largest fucking arenas in the world, it was like the biggest fucking sound. You know what I mean? Like, it would fill up the arena. And for a while, for a few years, really, like into Watch the Throne, into My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, those are albums that you have to play loud. You can play them in your headphones too, but you got to play them bitches loud as fuck, because they're made to fill up the room. And you know what I'm saying? You can experience them that way. And I don't even remember if he went on tour for those albums. He most likely did, but what the fuck happened to the concert DVDs? Like, why don't motherfuckers come out? Like, Tyler did the concert recently on Amazon Prime, and a few other people. Dreamville Fest was also streamed on Amazon Prime. But like, remember when like well, y'all niggas is so fucking young. God, I gotta stop doing this. But like,
speak good truth, homie.
But like, Janet Jackson did like the Velvet Rope album on HBO. That, right? You know what I'm saying? It was fucking incredible, bro. Stage performance, dances.
You bought that shit at the barbershop, right? $5, bootleg.
Yo, I might have, bro. I might have, absolutely. But like, what the fuck happened to the concert DVDs, bro? And like the recorded concerts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Beyonce did it with the Coachella shit. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree, because
there needs to be a lane for that.
Yeah, the only stuff that you see like on concerts nowadays, like on YouTube, are going to be like fan recorded stuff. You don't see like actual like
productions,
like Tidal, like how Tidal will do it, or Apple Music does it like once a month now. Like, you don't really see that anymore. Like, like you said, an actual production when but crews be there. But where does that footage even go? That's why I never understand.
Probably just social media,
for like what, that. 2 posts? Like, what y'all need 50 cameras in here for 2 posts?
It might just be for the artist. Like maybe they're gonna do something, with that eventually. Who knows? Maybe there's something to come out that they're gonna do with that. Who knows? Like, there could be something there. At least I hope. But you're right. There are just like mad cameras everywhere. It's probably mostly, I don't know if they're actually recording or if they're just kind of like, using the camera to project it on the screens, like having different angles like that. Who knows, man? But like, yeah, there's a lot of shit. Like, and to your point, Jess, I want to go back to it when you're talking about like the class acts and going to see them and stuff like that, and especially seeing Michael Jackson. Bro, I think I said this before, but I think Mac Miller's death really fucked me up in the sense where now I'll never get to see him live. Like, and it's crazy because he died a month before I was supposed to go see him on the it was the swimming album.
Yeah,
And
that's definitely one of those.
And it was supposed to be him, Thundercat, JID. It was supposed to be a great day. I was going to go see Mac Miller live for the first time, Thundercat live for the first time, and JID. He wasn't the person that I was like, I want to go see him, but I like him, so I was interested. My girl loved Mac Miller, like, oh, that's all she talked about. So that was going to be the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're supposed to go see him in November. I think he died October or September. I forget which month, but that really fucked me up, dog. Because like thinking about it, it was like I'll never get to see him live. And I just started like spiraling to the point where I'm like, all right, what artists do I need to see live? I don't want to have that feeling again. And so I started thinking about who do I like that's still around? You know what I mean? Like Prince is gone. I couldn't go see Prince, which was crazy to me. Like I love Prince, but I'll never get to experience him live. Was to your sentiment about Michael Jackson. I wish I would have got to see him live. I was like, all right, I gotta go see Badu because I haven't seen her live, but I would love to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
she might fucking twerk on you now. Like,
or throw hands.
Oh yeah, or throw hands.
Which I'm down for either. Either or. Like she's she's amazing.
This nigga want to fight Erykah Badu.
Is there a video of that Badu fight shit? Because I haven't seen it yet.
I looked it up.
And if so, put it in the chat.
I couldn't find it. Yeah, put it in the chat. I couldn't find nothing. I couldn't find nothing from her fighting. I saw two people fighting at her show, but I didn't know that she actually threw hands. If she did, though, that's pretty.
Shows lately. Fans have been wilding out at shows lately, not for nothing.
I did see like a clip of like some fans. The funniest thing was somebody said, Erykah Badu make you want to fight? Like that shit had me
on and on and on and on.
That shit had me crying, bro.
bro, how you start scrapping to on and on? That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, bro. That is very wild. That is a very wild song to be. Remember,
your spirit got to be so disturbed.
Remember a couple weeks ago we talked about like soundtracks that like music that fucks up experiences and shit like that. Like when you got into a fucking fist fight to Erykah Badu, bro, like you really gotta like think about your life. Like you really gotta reconsider your decision making, bro. For sure.
Yeah. And I don't know why people didn't you know, like, yo, you gotta call Tyrone for backup.
This is the other side of the game they didn't tell you about.
Gonna knock a bitch in the next lifetime. All right, that's enough.
Yo,
you can't set me up with a dad joke like that, bro. I'm gonna knock that shit out the park. Please.
Nah, definitely, like, bro, like that really messed me up. And like I said, I'm going to see Kendrick next month, or in August, I should say, because it's closer than it's farther now, because we in the middle of July right now. Like, and I can't wait, because, bro, even if this isn't like my favorite Kendrick album, and I do like the album, I still am glad I'm gonna be able to experience one of the artists that I really enjoy live. Me and my girl gonna have a ball. I told her she gotta learn all the lyrics to We Cry Together so we can rap it at each other. I can't wait, bro.
Jesus, man.
I can't wait.
That's a song that's gonna make it fucking awkward in the crowd, bro.
She can't say the N-word though, so I told her to bleep it. Like replace it with something else. Call me something else.
Call me Mister.
Did y'all see the clip of all the white people singing Roddy Ricch's The Box?
Of course, man. But I'm tired of seeing that. Bro? I'm tired of seeing shit like that. Yes, white people.
How does that make y'all feel?
I'm numb to it now.
I've been to Tyler concerts, bro. I've been to plenty of Tyler concerts at this point.
I'm numb to it.
Yeah, I don't particularly care when it's like that. I don't think they're doing any harm, right? Like I really, really don't. It's kind of
in unison, at least,
right?
If it was only like one of them,
right? But I don't think the song is the song, right? I talk about smoking my ops, right? When I rap Dirk and shit like that. I don't think it really fucking matters, man. They just singing songs, but I wouldn't miss the chance to fuck with a white person while they doing that.
Absolutely,
You know
bro.
what I'm saying?
I would
Like,
love to make
stare,
somebody
give
feel
them-
awkward. At the moment. Just look
a
right
word.
at him.
Yeah. So that's what we doing, Bethany. Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Trevor.
There's another one coming up. You're gonna say it again right in front of me. just look dead at them. just lock eyes with one of them and see what happens.
Absolutely.
And then watch them move away into the other
Sing this
crowd.
YG hook. I dare you. My what? My what?
Yeah.
Who is your nigga? Tell me. Which one of us? Which one of us is your nigga?
What do you mean by that? My nigga? Nah,
Yeah.
but I think I've said this before. It's almost like I pay to play. I'm like, listen, you paying the artist to go to a show and say nigga live. Whatever, man. You paid $200 for these tickets. Say nigga, man. Whatever.
Yeah.
Like you get that artist
What's
paid,
your whole chest?
and they don't
Yeah.
give a fuck either. Like the artists, they don't. Yeah, they definitely don't give a fuck. So
Didn't K Dot do that too? Did he pull somebody on stage, a white person, and like he stopped him from saying the N word on stage? He addressed that on the album.
she said it, but then he said,
and then he stopped.
yeah, yeah. And then he's like, don't say it again. And then she did it again. And then he's like, all right, you gotta go. You gotta get up out of here. Which I'm like, okay.
At that point, he's just protecting her. No?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, see, that's the thing, because when you can spot one person and kind of, again, because I don't think anybody actually gives a fuck. I think people just like fucking with people. So like that's kind of like part of the give and take, because I think it kind of like fucks with our credibility a little
I
bit.
think some people give a fuck.
If they do, bro, they fighting the wrong fight.
But they fake give a fuck. I think they just want to fight.
Right. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like there's like
I'm not
so much
fighting at a
shit.
concert, bro. Unless you do some disrespectful shit to somebody I'm with. I'm not fighting at a concert.
Nah, man, I might fight at a concert. Again, like that's one of those things that like live in the night.
It.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
remember this.
Exactly. That's one of the things that live in the night, man.
You
know what
gotta
I'm
be
saying?
really wilding out for me to want to fight you.
Live in the moment, Trendo.
Yeah, live in the moment, man.
Like it gotta be somebody that's just smacked my glasses off my face to really like make me want to fight you. Like if somebody smacked my glasses off my face and that shit gets like crushed, now
are you going to fight? Well, what are you doing first? You going to fight first? Or you picking up the glasses? And if you pick up the glasses, you putting the glasses back on.
If I can find them,
or you putting them in your pocket, or you putting them back on. Realize you about to fight, and then putting them in your pocket to fight. Like what is the course of action?
If I can find them, because bro, I've dropped my glasses at a show before. That shit is not cute. Like that shit is
a rap, bro. You might as well throw them shits in the fucking ocean, bro.
This shit is bad inconvenient. I can't find my glasses. Don't laugh, because you got glasses too. One day you might find yourself in this position.
I'm always able to find mine.
You might be in
my glasses like this.
Niggas gotta put air tags on their glasses and shit. That's fucked up.
It's not even that. It's not even finding them I'm scared about. It's really just about them getting crushed. Because bro, this nigga's just standing, especially if it's during a song. That shit can and niggas don't give a fuck if they don't see you dropping your glasses. It's loud. People are dancing, jumping, like that shit.
Somebody's gonna crush your shits for sure.
Yes, very much
on purpose.
So.
Honestly,
exactly, and don't even give a mosh pit, and then look right at you, and then push you into a mosh pit, like.
And now you getting jumped, and you can't see,
and you can't see, can't even identify them. Your officers, I think it was
what did he look like?
It was
He's like, I think
it was Buddy in the red.
And the blue.
Fucked up.
In the gray. It's all gray.
It's all gray now.
But like just, things like that. Like I always think about like just those different like concert moments, or just being able to go. Like I can't wait to see Kendrick. I don't even know who I'm gonna go see next. I probably won't ever go see Drake, because I'm not gonna spend $300 on a Drake ticket.
Drake's a terrible performer, bro. He's a terrible performer. I've never seen a Drake show where like it was fire. There was something early on in his career, when like still So Far Gone days, where like he was in Houston and like the energy in that room was just fucking bananas. And he did November 18th and it just like went the fuck up. It was crazy. But it's been 12 years and I've never seen a Drake show where I felt like, yo, that motherfucker killed that performance, bro. Never. So yeah, no,
But it's
he's
crazy
actually
to me
pretty
because
terrible.
he really doesn't even have to really do that much. Like that's surprising because I feel like if I was at a Drake concert and I was litty, bro, I know a lot of Drake songs. I could like Best I Ever Had. If I was lit to listen to Best I Ever Had, bro, I'd rap the shit out
That'd
of
be a
that.
good ass time.
Yeah, man. Like this, you don't even have to try to. It'd be like I'm singing karaoke. Like you just gotta play the song and just do it. Like I don't even need that extra shit. I don't need like you having a live band over Best I Ever Had. I don't need that, bro. Just play the shit.
That could be pretty far though.
I don't know, man. He takes away from his performance with how he performs. Like it's a gift to like really be an exciting stage performer. I think not everyone has it, and I just think he's not someone that really excites me. I really don't ever need to go
Just
to a
have you
Drake
ever
show.
performed on a stage?
I have a few times.
What was your experience?
Man, definitely nerve wracking. You never like I have terrible rapper hands, so like I don't really know what to do with the rest of my body when I'm like performing and shit like that. So that's always kind of been an awkward experience for me. But
Start gyrating, bro.
yeah, that's you know what? That's it. That's it right there.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, I have
That's what
I have fucking terrible rapper hands, right? And you gotta, bro, I'm telling you, you have to practice your rapper hands before you get on stage, man.
No, I hear that.
Right? Because you gotta, when you're on stage and it's been a while or it's your first time or like one of your first times, your entire body becomes manual all of a sudden. Like the whole thing becomes
You have to
fucking manual, bro.
Think about each move, each step you're taking.
It's very fucking strange, man. It's a very strange experience. And I think at one show, it was fucked up because there was a lot of bitches around. And I forgot my lyrics, bro. Like I forgot my words. And man, it was rough. I don't like thinking about it, to be honest with you. I got the fuck out of there. Once my set was over, I hightailed it, my nigga, like straight up. It was fucking awful, bro. It was awful.
What'd you do to cover it up? You just let the instrumental go?
Start dancing?
Yeah, I just let the fucking instrumental go. I was performing with somebody else.
Eating some watermelon?
We needed props, for sure. We needed props. We tried to like get a little bit of like synchronicity and shit, and it did not work, bro.
So yo, cut this off. I don't like this anyway.
Yeah, should have like started freestyling or some shit, right? Yo, cut the beat. Like that shit was definitely an R&B song, bro. Cutting the beat on an R&B song is wild as fuck. that shit mad different.
That's crazy. But nah, I always like, cause I'm always am curious about like what the music experience was for like, cause do you still make music from time to time?
From time to time, like for my own personal enjoyment, if I have something to say, obviously I use the same equipment that I have because I've always been more kind of about the writing side of it and like being in the studio and in a creative space than I have been like a performer. I've like mixed shows, you know what I mean? I've done production on shows, done like pre-production on shows and shit like that, but being on stage and performing has never really been like, certain artists I assume certain artists when they're in the creative space, they're thinking about the stage. Like they're thinking about, man, it's going to go up when I drop it whenever, right? I think growing up in the time that I did was a very interesting kind of period because yeah, like iPods and like MP3 players and headphones, the music kind of started to get tailored to headphones, right? With like the way 40 was doing samples and like the way J. Cole was, when those guys kind of came out, they were doing music for like consumption over like terrible headphones, like over cheap headphones. And I think it was a conscious decision because you can't listen to Dr. Dre's The Chronic in headphones and get the same experience. You know what I'm saying? Like you simply can't. That album was made for car speakers. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of what separates the eras too. So I've always made music that could be consumed with headphones or like by yourself as opposed to with large groups of people or in like a club or car setting. So I think that is intentional with the artist, and I think you can tell with the project how they want it to be heard.
You can freestyle?
No.
Could you try?
Even if I could, I wouldn't, because freestyling is a terrible art form. Like, I think that shit is like mostly bad, and like the people that can do it really well do it really well, and there's no freestyler that is better than a written artist. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't translate very well. It really, really doesn't.
What about when you're drunk?
Oh my God, that's the fucking worst, bro. That is the worst.
Trendell, Patreon, you got a battle.
Yeah.
You got a battle.
Yo, the worst shit in the world is when a nigga is drunk and you're in the club and he wants to freestyle over the song that's playing. Like,
So,
you gotta like, yo, that shit is, yo. Like, yeah, yo, that shit hard, bro. Like, facts. Like, nah, nigga.
You get the Cypher, and then they just be like, niggas just start rapping over instrumentals.
I fucking hate that shit, bro.
That shit be garbage. It's like, all right, man, I'm about to head out. It's like, we ain't finished the blunt, bro. Just keep that shit, bro.
That could be it, bro. I could have just like had bad experiences with niggas freestyling, and like it was always terrible. Like, I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I respect it as an art form, but like freestyling isn't good. Like, I don't find it like.
We definitely got a battle rap for Patreon. I'll battle rap. I'll battle rap both of y'all for Patreon, dog. Like,
we can do a 3-way.
I'm willing to do that.
Hey, yo.
I'm willing to do that. Pause, bro. What you thought was gonna happen when you said that? Like, let me just
for Patreon.
I didn't expect you to say yes before pause.
Yeah, that's it.
He said I'm into that.
I'm trying to fucking, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to grow as a fucking person and like be more.
Yeah, I thought we were just gonna let it rock, honestly.
Yeah,
man. Started laughing.
I started laughing.
We could do a 3-way. Come on, man.
I only started laughing because I know Justin's not going to take it well. Pause. So
see, that shit is like an infection, bro. Like, that shit just like gets into the air, and like that shit just takes over everything. That shit is like yawning. Pause. Like, it's literally like you one person yawn, everybody in the room going fucking
bro.
yawn.
It's really to pause people. If nobody says pause, I'm chilling. I'm cool with it, bro. Like, yes, I'm chilling, man. But the minute pause enters the conversation, then I'm like, damn, now I gotta think about what I'm saying. I gotta actually like.
Now you're on manual.
Yeah, now I'm on manual. But definitely battle rap for Patreon. I'm on that, bro. Listen, you know, like my written shit, I be coming up with hella bars, bro. Like, do
y'all fuck with the battle rap scene at all?
I do,
because I did have another idea for it. I had another idea for another podcast that I wanted to do in the battle rap space, because there's a very, very big hole in like podcasting about battle rap, right? And the podcast idea I had was called 3 Fire Rounds, right? And basically the premise would be, it would be more setup where each host would have a round, right? But it wouldn't be actual battle rap. It would be a topic that we could all debate, kind of like a first take kind of thing. But like, we each have a round to like bring to the table to like, oh, who's your top 5? Or, you know, whatever the topic is, we would talk about it for 5 to 10 minutes and then move on to the next topic and kind of just like set it up like it was a battle itself. And, you know, just kind of make sure that we're spotlighting different battle rappers and like different battle leagues, because obviously there's URL, which is like the top, the Smack DVD shit. But there's other like smaller leagues. It's actually, the battle rap scene is fucking massive. And like, it's making a decent enough amount of money where I think the media aspect of it could be vastly improved with the right minds. And I think that's one of those avenues where there's just limited exposure, and like the media hasn't caught up to the sport itself or to the art itself.
I'm kind of glad though, because that means we get like, people are still hungry, you know, people still like working and getting into it. And like, I really want to get back into watching a lot of battle rap videos. I watched a lot of battle raps in college and in like high school. Like, I was really like watching a lot of different.
Who's your GOAT?
My GOAT.
I don't think I have one, honestly. I'm not too well versed. Like I know like the big names, but it's like it's not enough.
Yeah, so there's Murder Mook, Arsenal,
Yeah.
Loaded
Yeah,
Lux, right?
Arsenal I
There's
liked.
those guys.
Load I didn't like to be honest with you, like I
Hi
liked
Arsenal,
some.
he's from Jersey.
Yeah, shout out
Yeah.
Jersey, but like
Sue Surf, also from Jersey.
Sue
Fire.
Surf.
Fuck with Sue Surf.
There's one nigga that I don't know if you know who it was, but he had a line that he was talking about. It was like a Shang Tsung line where he was talking about a bunch of rappers that he battle rap before and that he like beat, and then he was like,
John.
yeah, he said, I'm just. What is it? What was the bar? It was
Oh
like,
no, that
I'm
was
just,
Clips. He said, "I'm transforming to all the niggas I beat."
He's like all the niggas I
Yeah.
already killed, some
Charlie
shit
Clips?
like that.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah,
just
that
like,
was a Clips line.
and I was like, damn, that shit was hard. Like, and it's just things like that. Like, like, and that's the thing for me. Like, I don't have like favorite like artists. It's more so like bars that I'm like, damn, I'll never forget listening to this for the first time. That shit was
Yeah.
crazy. Like,
For sure.
that shit was
I was big on the Smack DVD era. I went from fucking making the band like Enes versus J Mills on MTV
Yeah.
to like then J Mills battled Murder Mook on the Smack DVD, and then Murder Mook battled fucking Loaded Lux, and it was just like it just kind of like got me into like all of these different fucking battle rappers, and I still keep up with it a lot. And to me, battle rap is the highest level of lyricism in hip hop, in my opinion, because there's no beat, right? In most of these battles, there's no beat. You versus me, 5 minutes per round. A lot of times, sometimes it's 3 rounds, sometimes it's 1 round. But like the only thing that I can do is talk. That's it. And people are going to decide who wins this based on creativity, based on authenticity,
delivery.
yeah, delivery, all these different factors, performance, right? That shit, it's damn near theater, bro.
It
Like
is.
there should be awards, literally like a Tony. Like there should be multiple categories, right? Best delivery, best creativity, right? There's a couple of guys that I don't know if you guys know about, like A Ward, Danny Myers, who freestyle rebuttals and they're like impossibly complex. There was a one guy, you might have heard of him. He was around for a while, Iron Solomon, right?
Yeah, white dude.
Where yeah, the white guy. His whole first minute was about the dude having on fake shoes, but having
Who
on
was
like
that
fake
with?
Jordans.
I think he
That
battled
was against
artists.
Rum Nitty.
Oh,
No, it was Rum
I know
Nitty.
Rum Nitty.
Okay, I think I seen
Yeah,
it.
so
Yeah.
Iron Solomon versus Rum Nitty is one of the greatest fucking things ever recorded.
Yeah.
His first minute and a half was about him having on fake Jordans, but it wasn't just haha, you got on fake Jordans. He like roped in like Jordan being the greatest, but like we're wearing the same shoes, but mine are new and yours are kind of something, and like so I'm kind of winning in this fashion too. Like he was doing some impossible shit, bro. Like literally impossible level of like complexity.
I do love when battle rappers like just come up with shit on the fly. Like we'll respond to shit that's like from the previous round. It's like
Yeah.
respond to it because that's some
And
high
people in
level
the-
shit. Like that you
People
be
in the
able to-
crowd are like, yo, is he freestyle? Like, is he
Yeah.
like, and they're like, yo, he gotta be. Like, how did he know he was gonna wear those shoes?
Exactly. It's like, yo.
They were like, how the fuck is he doing this right now? Like professional battle rappers are in the crowd amazed at like how he's coming up with this shit on the fly like that. And like that type of stuff is like, bro, there has to be some type of acknowledgement of that difficulty because I don't care who we're talking about. We can talk about anybody from any era. Nobody is nicer than battle rappers at rapping, like at the pure skill of rapping. It can be, we can talk about MF Doom, we can talk about Big Pun, we can talk about literally anybody you want to talk about that's ever picked up a mic. What those guys do on those stages with no beats in front of a crowd is literally the highest level of rap that exists.
It's different talents though, because like we've heard battle rappers try to like put out like different songs, and like I don't even know like who is probably the most successful battle rapper in terms of like having an album. Like
Well,
put out-
Eminem.
Eminem, because
Eminem was a battle rapper. He did Scribble Jam in like 1998, and he was a professional battle rapper. Like
okay.
that was his lane. A couple of other people came from like the battle rap circuit, right? As far as like but not this modern era. No.
Yeah, not a lot.
And honestly, even that, like Sue Surf has a couple of records
I do know
that
that.
have been super popular.
Did
right?
Joe didn't start out on battle rap, right? Joe
Budden?
Yeah, Joe.
Street corner type shit, mixtape type shit, but not as a battle rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe Royce. Royce would be the only other one that probably like entered competitions prior to like becoming a rap star.
Yeah.
So I mean, I have a pretty good like knowledge base for like that kind of shit. So
What about Meek?
Meek too. Meek wasn't in competitions,
but he was
his
more street corner shit, right?
Yeah, that street corner shit. But that era of like DVD raps and like disses like that go on YouTube, he's from that battle era for sure. He just never actually got an opportunity because honestly, it was because he kept going to jail. Meek was being talked about as like one of the guys that needs to come outside and battle Murder Mook or battle, right? It was from Philly, it was Reed Dollars and it was Cassidy, right? But that next tier down was definitely Meek. Meek has one of the coldest street corner freestyles ever fucking recorded.
Yeah, I seen that one.
Dirty Braids Meek. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Which
like,
I only found from Knowledge. Shout out Knowledge because he put
he put a beat over that.
He put mad beats over Meek shit, which I never would even would have heard it if it wasn't for Knowledge putting the beats over it. Which I'm just like, that's dope that he can like remix that and put that out. Meek had a problem with that later on though, but that's
I actually never heard that. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, what Knowledge putting beats over it? You don't know about Knowledge?
I know about Knowledge because when Knowledge did that joint tape with Anderson .Paak.
Okay. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, shout out to them. But like, he's definitely he had like a whole. I think he got like 15, just like tapes dedicated to Meek freestyles. I'm pretty sure. Like he has quite a lot.
That's crazy.
He got a lot of tapes just dedicated to Meek, but I think he might have taken them down because Meek did say that like he felt it was like a sign of disrespect that like he was like remixing his shit and that he wasn't like. I don't know. I don't know, but Meek pretty much like said he didn't like it. Knowledge was like, "Yo, I didn't mean it for it to be like that. I was remixing it because I was paying respects. But no worries, I'll take that shit down. Bless up."
Worries.
And then, no worries, I'll take that shit down. And now, they're probably a little bit harder to find, but not the point. But like my point is that, definitely Meek probably, he definitely had bars.
Yeah. He came from that era, You know who had bars and like you would never fucking think it from like where they are now as musically? French Montana was a bar heavy punchline rapper when he first came out. Like he was like a fabulous Lloyd Banks kind of clone. More so like Dipset, J.R. Ryder type shit.
You know why I can believe that? Because I feel like French Montana is like a chameleon. Like he blends into the era so well.
You can say a wave rider. It's fine.
Yeah. A vulture, if you will. For sure. But he finds a way to find success. And if he's going to be a vulture, at least he does it the right way. He goes to the source for the most part all the time. He doesn't just try to recreate the sound for his own use. Like he'll use the producers. He'll go to the artists for features. You know what I'm saying? So like he does it vulturing the right way, I guess, if you can.
Wasn't he like really the first rapper to like dab into like Afrobeat kind of?
What was the first one you said?
Yeah, what song?
I would say like Unforgettable with Sway Lee.
What year was that?
When did
that 2016?
Yeah.
It's gotta be, like 2016 at least.
Because that song was definitely a smash. That shit definitely got like at least 1 billion listens somewhere. Like,
what would you say to the wave Jadena had the year before that?
He wasn't doing. Was he doing Afrobeat with you? I don't think
he was doing Afro beats, but those weren't like the songs that were going crazy. Like I don't think you wouldn't necessarily say like Classic Man is Afro beats.
No, it wasn't. So I like that song though. I'm not gonna lie.
What the fuck happened to Jadena anyway? Like he was kind of fire. Bro.
He acting. He was in Insecure.
I can see that.
Yeah, I know he was acting. I know he was in Insecure, which was dope to see. But
was he?
Yeah, he was. He was in Insecure.
It wasn't just the other nigga, the other tall nigga with the like beard and like braids and shit. Ron J, I think his name is.
I'm pretty sure he was in Insecure. And if he wasn't in Insecure, it might have just been another show I was watching where he was in it. but I know that he was definitely acting. I know he's definitely acting.
Sarunas Jackson is the name I'm thinking of. Anybody ever seen them two niggas in the same room?
No.
No. Is that Jadena's real name?
Jadena's real name is fucking Jadena, which is weird as shit.
No way.
Yeah, his last name is weird too. Actually, I just looked it up. Hold on. Jadena Theodore Mobison. That nigga, I don't know what his parents.
I hate the name Theodore, bro. I really do. That name is
a bad name.
That name is so. We need to retire. Like I think we talked about this before. Names that need to be retired.
Okay, Unforgettable. It says the album came out in 2017. So July 2017. I assume the song came out probably the summer before that.
Yeah, for sure.
Drake came out with One Dance, and all that, and Controller
2016,
in 2016.
Right? Okay.
So Drake stole that
Drake
sound
started
first.
the Afrobeat?
No, he stole it first.
Oh, okay.
Didn't Bieber come out with some Afrobeat shit too?
nigga.
was that before? Like who? No, he did. You don't remember?
No.
I thought he did come out with some oh no, that's probably after everything. I know he did come out with like some Afrobeat type shit though.
Only Afrobeat thing I know he did was Essence.
The remix? No. It's something else. It's on his like last album, I believe. But like there was something else that he did. I thought he did before that. But I might be thinking about something else. So yeah, maybe. Yeah, French Montana might have been the person on that. I don't think he deserved.
I just remember that I just remember that record being incredible. Like, just as a song. Unforgettable was an incredible record. Yeah. And
great year in general, honestly.
I kind of feel like French Montana specifically is Chameleon, I guess is a good word. Or I could just like create a player. He's like a creator rapper. Like you can pretty much put anybody in the space that French Montana occupies and like nothing would be different. So like there's like I have a theory about like butterfly effect rappers, right? Where like, you know what the butterfly effect is, right?
Nah, explain it for the listeners, bro.
A butterfly flutters its wings on one side of the world and it causes a fucking hurricane on the other side of the world. Like that's every little thing matters. I think there's certain rappers who entire existence can be erased and nothing would be different. They're just there. They just take up space. French Montana is definitely someone who anyone could have done that record. Anyone could have been on. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't like that record. Yeah, I don't like that record for his voice. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Another guy like that was like Hitmaker, right? When he was Young Berg, he had like 3 records in a row that were all fucking amazing records, and none of them were made.
Which ones? I only remember Hey Sexy Lady.
Sexy Lady. He had The Business with Kasha.
The Business, yeah, I remember that.
And there was one other record after that. He had like 3 in a row that were just like smash fucking records, and like he had a record with Ray J. Actually, Sexy Canna.
Sexy. Oh, that was him. That was him in there.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Exactly. You don't remember it to be like a fucking Young Berg record, but like those 3 records smashes, like impossibly good records. You could erase him and put a completely different person in that space, and like it would not make a difference.
I think that's why he chose to just go to the producer side. Like, yo, I know what a good song sounds like, but somebody else could just do it.
Yeah, somebody else could do it. I don't have
like
to.
He produced most of these big songs, like
for sure.
Called? The Business he produced. I don't think he produced Sexy Lady, but
and he's always been an amazing producer, right? He did that tape with like Jeremiah and Ty Dolla $ign recently.
My Ty?
Yeah, My Ty. Hitmaker had a lot to do with that. He did the
and if he's making Jeremiah sound that good, after what we heard.
Yeah.
Shout out to my dude. What's that nigga's name, man? He was on he was on Ye's album, but he is cousins to Jeremiah.
Talking about the singer guy?
Yeah. His name is
pretty much
Anthony Clemens.
Ant Clemens. Yeah. Nah. My brother went to college with him. And
he's dope.
Yeah, he's dope. I think he's Jeremiah's cousin, but like he wrote a lot of like Jeremiah's like songs, like some of his songs. So I'm like, damn, that's pretty dope. So shout out to Ant for that. Like, I think I met him once. Like a while when I was there. Yeah,
for sure.
Y'all want to talk? Y'all want to talk about Emmys, or y'all want to talk about music that came out? Because like I don't know if y'all been following like a lot of this Emmy shit.
What's going on with
I've
the
not
Emmys?
been following the Emmys yet.
A lot of stuff that I've been seeing, like I've heard about like Quinta getting one like nominations, and then I've heard like
We can talk
Atlanta.
about that.
Atlanta was nominated for a comedy Emmy, like best comedy,
Yeah,
which I thought was kind of weird.
it's not. Yeah, that especially this last season, like had literally no jokes in it.
Yeah, I was.
Like,
that's something about, and I mean, like we've talked about award shows before on here, and like it's pretty much always fuck these award shows, but you can't help but not talk about it when they do some shit like this, you know?
well,
Like,
there's first of all, as long as you understand that they're advertisements, right? They're only advertisements for the products, and like being nominated is enough. Like it really, really is, because just
yeah.
having so many different audiences, right? People are gonna watch them to see their person or their favorite show or actor get an award, but they might end up getting exposed to all these other things. I know for one, I damn near wait until like the Oscars before I watch one of those fucking movies. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always, I guess there's a bit of FOMO involved, but like if a movie got nominated for a best picture or like best director, I'm more likely to watch it. Like, you know what I mean? Because I think we all like curation, right? I think we all like the process of like knowing what is the best of the best without having to sift through all of it. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't want to make that time commitment. I think when we were working on the other podcast, we did bro, I don't even remember the fucking name of that movie now.
Coda.
There we go. Yo, bro, that movie was so boring, man. Like it won the Oscar and everyone thought it was gonna be like, this big thing. That movie bored me to tears, bro. I could not give a fuck less about what was happening in that movie.
I like that movie, but we don't have to revisit that.
we don't. But about the Emmys, how did y'all feel about Abbott Elementary? Have y'all watched it?
I love that show.
Me too.
I loved it.
I like Abbott Elementary.
Do you also like The Office?
I do.
Yeah, I liked it, but I don't like it as much as people.
Did you finish it, D?
It's like one of those shows that you just sift through, you know? For me, at
But
least.
no,
That's
did you actually
like.
get to the end though? Like, did you sift all the way? Like, did you get to the end?
Yeah.
Okay.
What about what was the other one?
Parks
the other
and
one
Rec.
that's like mockumentary. Yeah,
Parks and Rec, Modern Family, all them types of shows.
Arrested Development,
right. Which was like one of the first ones. Yeah.
I think The Office is one of the best shows I've ever seen in my life. I love
The Office.
The Office. It's supreme comedy, bro. It's supreme comedy. It's the type of. I think they're all from like the Seinfeld tree a little bit. Like there's like Seinfeld, and then like Curb Your Enthusiasm is like the, adult version of Seinfeld. No laugh track. Like you have to find the funny.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? You don't. They don't tell you what it is.
Yeah.
Right.
And you get I think different things every time.
Yeah. And The Office is one of those shows where, bro, when you tune in to that frequency of where they want you, you're gonna laugh the entire fucking time. Like the whole thing is a joke. Like the thing that this entire environment is a fucking clown show, bro. Like it's hilarious.
What I like, because I've seen it, but I don't know how many times you've watched it, but I've seen it like all the way through. I think like 3 times. Three, 4 times. And like one of them times I wasn't even sober. Bro, watching The Office high as hell was one of the most like eye-opening experiences. Like you catch much more when like you're like in a different state, like when you're focused. And I was like, damn, that's funny as hell. Like just watching that stuff and like to the point where I was like, yo, Michael is a great boss.
Bro, like, you know what? I think they kind of like in the later seasons, like they definitely like humanized him a lot more and like gave him a bit more personality and not just like one beat kind of one dimensional.
Yeah. I like that you just never understand him. Like you just never understand where he's coming from. But like it works. Like for what he's trying to do, like you understand what he's trying to achieve, he achieves it. And that's why I'm like, that's a good boss. Like you might be unconventional, but like it's working. shit's getting done. People are doing their job. The business is staying open, like, and you getting what you want. Like, so I don't know,
But
man.
there's certain times with like, yo, he's also one of the worst niggas you've ever seen in your life. Like, he does some of the most like impossibly like unforgivable shit you could ever imagine. I bring it up because I don't think Abbott Elementary is funny. I don't think that show is funny at all. I like it. It's very cute. You know what I'm saying? And like, I like that it exists, but it's almost like it's a feel good show. It's not necessarily a comedy to me. You know, like I don't find myself laughing that often. Um, I don't think they're doing anything like too revolutionary in the mockumentary space. Um, I think the Michael character is obviously the principal, and she's not funny, which is weird because the actress is hilarious. She's a comedian and she does stand up, and I find her fucking jokes funny. But on the show, it's that first season Michael where it's like she's insufferable. She's a foil. She's making shit harder for people. She's not like lightening the mood, which is kind of what Michael does on The Office, right? There's always in that style, there always has to be that character that like is the one that kind of makes it a bit of a clown show. I love Cheryl Lee Ralph. I like when she's a bit looser, right? Because when she's that uptight person, that Stanley type character, she's too stiff. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's not tuned in all the way. Like, I really just, is it Zach Fox that plays Quinta B's boyfriend? I think he gets it. I think like his character, like being a dare rapper, like that shit is fucking hysterical. Every time he's on screen, it's a good time. It's that fucking hilarious shit going on. One of my favorite things. Yeah. Is definitely like his tone, and even Tyler James Williams, I think is his name, the guy that plays I again another character who's tuned in, right? He's the Jim. He's the one that like is the straight man, kind of the only one that realizes this whole fucking thing is ridiculous.
It's weird
right?
as hell, yeah. Like, what's going on here?
Yeah. I like his tone, but like a couple of the other characters, man, the white lady doesn't vibe for me. Quince's character doesn't vibe for me, and the principal do not vibe for me. Like they just, and Cheryl Lee Ralph also does not vibe for me, man. Like I want to love it. I love it. I love that we have one of those shows and it exists. But man, I can't say that I find it that funny. But it's dope that it's getting all these awards or nominated anyway.
Dave, you want to go or should I?
You got it.
So I don't think that's fair because, and like this shit, it really isn't about fair. But one thing that I feel, because I feel on the sense where I get what you mean. If you compare it to other type of mockumentary shows, it's not there yet. It's only at one season. And obviously the first season are always like the worst to me for any of these shows. I skipped Parks and Rec season 1. I could probably skip season 1 of The Office and keep going if I wanted to. But like the first season for a lot of these shows are insufferable. I can't. It really is. Like I hate getting to know people because it's not what it's about. It's about like getting to know their personality, but like there really is no story yet. In The Office, there was no story until like season 2. There was like no reason to really care until like season 2, and you were like, all right, I'm invested in these characters. I'm invested in whatever this story is. Like let's keep going from here. And so I'm like, the mockumentary style. I've always said that The Office did it best. Like they've definitely like mastered it in a sense where eventually as seasons go on, it becomes less about the mockumentary style and it becomes like there's a reason for it. Like later on you find out like what that really is about, and they kind of like almost break the fourth wall away and it becomes meta, and then you realize like what this actually really is, which I think is great for this style. Modern Family, it's a great show too. I never finished it, so I don't know if they ever had a reasoning for it. Parks and Rec, I like that show too. It wasn't as good, but I like that too.
I never finished that show.
Yeah, I think I finished it, but I really can't remember like feeling anything, as much as I did when I finished The Office.
As you said, bro, like I tried Parks and Rec because everyone's, oh, you like The Office, you'll love Parks and Rec. That
yeah,
first season, bro, I could not
you can
fucking do
skip
it,
it.
bro.
You can
I
skip
did
it.
not find that shit funny at all.
You can
So I
skip
was
it.
just like,
It
man.
Yeah,
it
I didn't
definitely
like.
has its it has its moments, but these shows like this, it really is like every character almost has to be the same. Like they have to have the same amount of energy for this show. Like they have the same. They don't have to say have the same personality, but they have to have the same amount of like quirkiness to them that make them like a character that's like, all right, this character does this. This character like the Italian lady, I forgot what her name is, but she was in like older shows. She's an old actress, you know, like one of those legacy
Mhm.
actresses. She is like, you know, the sketchy. She's basically the Creed at some point. Like she's
Right.
very, you know, and I hate to
She
compare it.
gets stuff
Yeah, I
like
hate to
under the
compare it like
table.
this,
Like, yeah.
but yeah, she's very like
That's the
sketchy.
easiest way to.
She's very like, you know, like you see her character and you're like, damn, she's not something's up with her. You know what I'm
She's
saying?
tapped into the streets.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
can just
exactly.
tell.
Yeah, exactly. And you already said, you know, Tyler James' character is, you know, the Jim, and then obviously Quentin's character is, you know, the Michael. So it's like I get why you'd feel like it's not funny comparing it to that show, but you kind of got to break away from that and view it as a separate entity because like there is a story that's going to be developing here, and it really is about like teachers and schools and like this is a show set in Philly, right? So
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
there's a
That's where
story
Quincy's
there to
from.
yeah, there's a story to be attached to it, and I'm like I'm willing like for a first season for this type of show. I'm really happy that it's getting the love that it's getting because this very much could have been a flop. This very much could have been like a damn, like, yo, I really, you know, the office already did this. Why am I even bother? Like, why do they even bother making this type of show anymore? You know, I'm glad that there's a version of this that exists for people that look like us.
But don't you want it to live on its own merit and not be the Black Office? Like, don't you?
But that's the
But
thing. It's not a black office. It's not.
It's a black school.
as to
It's a black
today,
school.
today it's the Black Office. Like, if I was to elevator pitch it, I would say the Office, but with Black people set in a public school. Am I
But
wrong?
that you're just saying that because of the style, though. It's not much. It's nothing like The Office. It really is just the style.
Nothing like
Because
The Office.
it's not, bro. It's literally just the genre. It's literally just the genre of that mockumentary style, the talking heads, like. Because like, would you say that this show is like Blackish? Like, would you say this is like just because Blackish has
No.
the same style of like mockumentary and talking heads? So
I
it's like,
guess I guess it does, but eh, Blackish is I think Blackish is a very unique show with a very unique tone and style, and they stay away from like the fourth wall breaking and the zooming into the camera when someone is being awkward. Like there's certain mockumentary kind of things that happen that are supposed to be cues for the things that we're supposed to experience as an audience. And again, I can appreciate that style. And I think you can do that style about anything. I think most offices in America, you could do that mockumentary style and kind of make it funny. And I think you're right. The first season of these mockumentary style shows are typically not very good. That is pretty historically factual, right? So I'm not saying it shouldn't exist or that I just don't think it's done enough to separate itself yet. And when it does, it'll probably be excellent. This first season, I don't think I'll ever go back to it. But when I think about it, I do still get the warm and fuzzies, right? I still think it's very cute how into Tyler James's character Quinta is, right? Even though like she has a boyfriend, but she has this like kind of like high school crush on this guy at her office. I think it's a cute show. I like her relationship with Cheryl Lee Ralph. As like the experience looking up to this like experienced teacher. I remember that teacher, right? I
yeah,
remember
exactly.
that's Miss Sibley, right? That's Miss Hardy. I remember that lady in my school, right?
Hmm.
Um, I know that lady, but that lady's not funny, y'all. Like she's not funny. You know what I'm saying? And like that's what I mean by she plays it too straight. I would like her to be more of a caricature of that. But again, it's Cheryl Lee Ralph. She's going to give the role a certain level of seriousness. She's a legend. She's one of the more seasoned actresses on that show. She's golden. You know what I'm saying? She's above Legacy Act. She's one of she was the original Dina from the Dreamgirls, right? From the 80s production. She's a fucking, you can't fuck with Shirley Ralph.
You need a
Her
balance,
as
though.
Moesha.
You definitely need a balance of like, because you can already see from, I don't know if you finished the show or like, the
I
first
did.
season.
I believe I did. Yeah.
Yeah. So spoiler alert, if y'all haven't seen the show, they pretty much sum up what her arc is gonna be. At some point in one of these seasons, she's gonna retire. Like that's what's gonna happen. That's when it's gonna have to be. Quinta's gonna have to like pretty much fill her shoes in a way.
Yeah.
That's gonna be that arc, and like you can tell, like, bro, I don't know if you had a teacher growing up that retired while you were there, or like a teacher that you knew that was like kind of older than all the other teachers, that was like kind of like the one that everyone like was respecting the most because they had the most seniority. But like, bro, that for me, that was like, that's my Miss B. Like she was very serious about getting shit done, very serious about education, caring about the kids, doing it this way because this is how they're gonna do it. Like, yo, that was my Miss B. And at some point she did retire. And it's like, yo, I remember that moment. And like for me seeing that like on TV was pretty, like, it was like you said, the warm and fuzzies. I got that. And it's something that I can relate to. I can't relate to working at a paper company or working at an office like that. I've never worked at. I'm never gonna do that. I never have. I never will.
You don't have a and we're gonna get Damon here at some point. But you don't have a Stanley like at your you know what I'm saying? Like you've never worked with a Stanley, you've never worked with a Dwight who like takes his fucking job way too serious as like the fucking safety coordinator. And it's just like, yo, dog, I can open this window. It's literally fine. You know what I'm saying? Like you like I know these people, you know what I'm saying? And I have met these people. You've met the girl at the office who knows all the celebrity gossip. You know what I'm saying? Like the Kelly character, the Creed, right? There's a dude at every office who's just a fucking weirdo, and like that on their off hours they get into some wild shit, bro. Like they work at UPS. You know what I'm saying? They work at all these places, man. You know what I'm saying? And like if you needed mushrooms, you can get it from this nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he's just one of those guys. I've seen it, like, just in my working experience. And I think that's kind of what it's tapping into. And I'm not ignoring that Abbott Elementary is trying to be that. How do y'all pronounce that word, by the way?
Abbott.
What?
No, the other word.
Elementary?
Elementary?
Elementary, yeah. Elementary. You can say whatever.
Okay, because
I say Abbott Elementary.
Okay.
Yeah, I say elementary.
Because I say Abbott Elementary. I don't know. I have certain words that I say weird. But anyway, I get that Abbott is trying to be that type of show that, again, that is relatable and like makes you remember, but it also has to be funny. And I think, again, Quinta put a lot of work into it, and the writers probably put a lot of work into it. So I'm not gonna admonish them at all. But like, I hope they come with it next season where like some shit switches up, right? I think it would be interesting to make the Tyler James Williams character the principal, and like, again, the woman who was the principal was so ridiculous you didn't get her point. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how she would have thought that this was a good idea. As you said with Michael, as ridiculous as he was, you get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can see how a ridiculous person would think this is important. Diversity Day. I can see how when you're not intelligent, you think you're doing the right thing here. But like, most people would use common sense and not do this fucking thing. But like, we're dealing with a ridiculous person. She was like buying rims for the school bus. That's not funny, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Like, that's not funny. Y'all laughed at that shit? Yo, bro. I was
even
just
you
like,
just saying it right now made me laugh.
Yeah, I know. It's like, I think just you've kind of just been like the mystification of this genre has kind of just been snatched from you. I feel like because if you watch a bunch of shows like this, yeah, it's not going to be like this for you. Like, it's not going to be as good. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of shows
I don't watch too many shows like this.
Yeah, that's what
at
I'm
all.
saying. Like for the people that like if I showed my mom, like my mom has never like I don't think she's ever watched The Office fully, but I'm sure she would love Abbott, especially as a teacher. I'm sure she'd love Abbott Elementary, and she would like really eat that up in terms of like what the genre brings and how funny it is, and they find different humor in it because you don't have to compare it to The Office. And I feel like there's a generation that hasn't seen The Office that can see these types of shows and like really start to, enjoy it in
That's
ways
fair.
that they never had before. So it's not even like I'm not even watching it as like just a show in itself. I'm watching it as like with the representation that it brings, the new generation that needs these types of shows to watch it. What type of like, what are you gonna have? Like, are you gonna what type of experience are you going to have watching this show for the first time and then being able to branch off to like Modern Family and then get to The Office, like a more mature show? You know what I mean? Like how is that going to affect your experience for it? So I
Sure.
feel like it's not fair because it's only been one season, and I feel like I think this show needs at least 8-9
Three,
seasons. Like
8, 9.
I want to see this show go far. I want to see this show go very far.
I can see doing 4 or
For
Yeah,
5.
I
and
think
that's
it's gonna
it.
tap out at 3 or 4, bro.
You think so?
I think so.
I hope not.
I think they have to
What's
expand.
it with 5?
You also have to. You also have to
Yeah.
consider the number of characters. Like, there's only like 5 or 6 characters. Like,
They're
they
gonna
have to
introduce
expand.
they're gonna introduce more. There's a whole aspect of like the schools that they haven't even introduced other school beefs yet. There's a whole bunch of stuff that they can do that
Yeah,
like
that'd be fun.
that just haven't even they can tie in so much. Like students that get older, like the students getting older coming back. They kind of play with that a little bit, but like there's a whole different like amount of stories that they can have as they age with this show, which I think is gonna be amazing to see that happen in real time. But that's neither here nor there. And I'm not gonna I'm not selling the show to you. I'm just talking about the nomination. So they were nominated for what? Best comedy, the outstanding comedy series. Abbott Elementary, Barry, which I've never seen. Curb Your Enthusiasm, which is that show
Barry, I
still
hear is
going?
pretty good actually.
I've heard a lot of things about that show too, which I want to start. But that show's still going, or is that just like what's?
Curb, I don't know. I thought it was done, but I'm always wrong.
I always done too, but how can this show be nominated for outstanding?
Wait, you talking about Curb?
Yeah, in 2022.
Yeah, no. Yeah. There's a new season.
Oh, okay. So that's why
Yeah, it came back, and it's still fucking hilarious. Curb Your Enthusiasm was like before The Office. It was my favorite comedy of all time. I fucking
Well, they got 12
Curb Your
seasons, so I can catch
Enthusiasm.
up. Hell yeah.
Curb Your Enthusiasm kind of taught me what funny was. Like, honestly, like it taught me like what I consider to be funny. It's observational humor, right?
Mhm.
It's conversational humor. It's not hijinks and like shit like that. It's like that's kind of weird when you think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing that I find funny. And like this old rich Jewish man who doesn't have to follow anybody's rules because he's literally at the top of the fucking food chain. So like he complains about shit that other people would just kind of brush off. He'll go to the extra fucking mile with it because he has the room to, and they play with that, right? I remember the fucking episode where like he was trying to get out of jury duty, and you know how they ask you like, is there any reason why you think you can or cannot be objective like during the trial? And he just goes, I don't know if I can be objective, seeing as how the defendant is a Negro. Bro, that shit broke me, son. I was like, he literally just said that shit to get out of jury duty, but it's fucking hilarious, son. Like that is yo, yeah, pretend
That
you
will work,
racist. Like,
yeah.
that is fucking hilarious.
That'll
Son.
do
Like
it.
that's just high level fucking comedy right there.
Well, yeah, that's dominated. Hacks, never heard of it. Only Murders in the Building. I've heard of that, never seen it though. Ted
I do want to watch
Lasso,
that. It looks funny.
The Marvelous Miss Maisel, and What We Do in the Shadows.
I've heard of all those
Yeah.
shows. What We Do in the Shadows is like a vampire comedy kind of thing. They're doing a similar thing to like Modern Family, but with vampires, essentially.
FX.
Because again, yeah, we got to talk about like how Hollywood pitches these shows to the studios. Because I do think someone went in there and said Modern Family with vampires. Like I do, you know what I'm saying? Like I think that's how. Like okay, the Modern Family dynamic kind of works. The kind of quirky characters, but we can kind of add like a horror element to it and kind of play up the comedy slash horror, right? FX kind of is used to that. They have American History X, American Horror Story. You know what I'm saying? So they already have a market for that kind of thing. So yeah, no, it works within the realm of that's how these things get budgeted because it's a formula that we know and understand works. I don't need to see the Fabulous Miss Maisel. I'm pretty sure there's nothing about that show that I'm gonna resonate with. It's about an old white lady. But Barry is fucking hilarious, bro. Y'all watch Barry?
I have not yet, but I always hear great things about it whenever people talk about it.
God, it's so funny. Great show.
I'm mistaking it with the Barack Obama show. Or
No,
like movie that
it's
came
about a hitman who doesn't want to be a hitman anymore, so he takes acting classes.
That sounds
awful. Ridiculous, but
that sounds terrible. Wait, so this is nominated Outstanding Limited Series now? Is this how this is set up?
Yeah, limited.
Okay. Dope Sick, never heard of it. The Dropout.
Dope Sick, I watched. I didn't watch The Dropout. I watched Inventing Anna.
The White Lotus, I've heard, is pretty good. Someone's told me to watch The White Lotus.
I heard it was good too.
Yeah.
Yes, Dope Sick was really good. Inventing Anna was really good. Both of those were really good.
Okay. Lead actor in a drama series, Ozark, Jason Bateman.
Succession got two of them.
Succession. Did y'all watch Succession? Which ones of these have you watched? Have you watched?
I've only seen the first couple of episodes of Succession, but it was good when I watched it. And I saw the first 2 seasons of Ozark, but I stopped.
Ozark doesn't have that. I think Ozark has like 4 or 5 seasons, right?
Yeah, I think it's 4 now.
Yeah.
But they're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're done. So
done? Are they done? I don't know about that.
I don't think they're
done.
I
guess
like
I never.
It was a season, like a series finale. I don't know.
Oh
yeah, I don't think so.
I thought they were done.
But I was part of the minority that couldn't get into Ozark. Yeah. From what I hear, it starts slow, and I felt that at first, and yeah, I just couldn't.
How the fuck does it start slow when the man's fucking, spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen, best friend gets murdered like in the first episode?
Like, he ain't the main character. I seen Ned Stark gets fucking his head cut off in the first season.
Yeah, no, that was crazy.
Before that's before I watched Ozark. So, that's where I'm going. I'm going from that to Ozark. Yeah. It's like, you know what I'm saying?
Damon, did you watch Breaking Bad?
I'm just gonna get into it like that. No, I really want to, but I haven't.
I've heard Ozark.
I'm trying to watch
gives
Sopranos
off the scene.
right now. I just started.
Ooh, they're good, bro. We gotta talk about this on the pod. Where you gotta update this. I need quarterly reviews because I love talking about Sopranos.
I'm watching a lot of shit right now at once.
I know.
Yeah, what's your Sopranos like schedule? Because I started it
I literally
right before. I started it right before I got this job, and then I stopped because I needed less. I was working from home. I'm in my office, got my TV here, so I would just watch The Sopranos. But I didn't really get into it, but I wasn't really doing active watching either.
Keep going, bro. Please actively watch that show. It's probably the best show that's ever been on television. Not gonna lie.
One of the actors passed away. That hurt you? How'd you feel about that?
Yeah,
I know like niggas died, but yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely it definitely hits a lot harder when you finish the show. Like it's one of those things that damn, I can't say too much, but watch the show. It's a great show. Definitely one of the like I said, one of the greatest shows on television.
I gotta see, but I still think The Wire's up there. I like The Wire a lot.
Yeah. Yellow Jackets I also heard was these. Oh wow, lead actress in a drama series Zendaya is nominated. I guess that's predictable.
Yeah. I still haven't watched the latest season of Euphoria.
Are you going to?
I have not either.
I will. I definitely will. I was enjoying it before I stopped.
The season was a little all over the place, and I'm curious what you'll feel watching it as a binge, because I definitely think that a lot, and I say this before, but a lot of these shows these days aren't meant to be binged. I feel like a lot of the hype comes from watching it in real time and having to wait a week before the episode comes out,
Yeah,
because like
same, bro.
binging these types of shows are like this episode, like you kind of like getting through it and you don't have the anticipation of waiting for what happens next. And so when you just go from one to the next to the next to the next, it's kind of underwhelming. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but you see, I mean, a lot of these bigger shows are starting to do that now. They're starting to slow it down. Like, on
Yeah.
Amazon, they're doing that with their shows, like The Boys. They were doing
Yeah.
weekly.
Disney
Uh,
Plus.
Disney Plus, they're doing it weekly right now. So I think a lot
Yeah.
of them are starting to realize that, except for Netflix. They just want to drop everything all on you at once. I think some shows are doing
Oh
weekly on Netflix, but
nah.
like a show like Stranger Things, I think they could have stretched out a little bit more
Yeah.
Hold on,
if they
y'all.
wanted to.
Hold on. Y'all watch Pause with Sam J, right?
Yeah. I did.
Jack Knight, one of the actors from,
Yeah.
he died?
No.
Hell yeah, bro.
Just this is recent?
This is just dropping, yeah. Right? Looks like right before we started potting.
Oh shit.
That's fucked up. I watched Bust Down recently. Like, he was hilarious. He's one of my favorite parts of that show.
Oh shit. That's very fucked up. That's not good at all, bro.
Jeez, bro. Damn.
Damn.
What the
Rest in
fuck?
peace. Yeah, that's not good at all, bro.
And I was just watching, he was just on like the last episode or the episode before last
Yeah, that's not gonna go well for
of
Sam
Pause.
J. That's not gonna go well for Zach Fox. That's not good. That's
Yeah.
bad.
Did you guys watch Bust Down
I
on
did
Paramount?
watch Bust Down.
I thought that fucking show was hilarious, bro.
It
Like,
is.
that was another one of those shows where like
I had to think too hard.
it was like just ridiculous kind of
Shows like
toilet humor, but it worked really well for what they were going for.
Yeah.
Damn, man, that's fucked up, bro.
Yeah,
that's fucked up. That actually really, really sucks. I found his style.
28, dog.
Yeah, I found his style particularly to be really, really, really well done. Damn, I'm sad.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Jack Knight.
R.I.P. Jack Knight, man. Shit, that's from.
Damn, Freddie Gibbs retweeted. He was on Bust Down. He was fucking hilarious.
For real, Freddie Gibbs. You don't. I mean, you kind of do expect it.
Great actor.
Like, yeah, Freddie Gibbs, because he was in Loader Squad too, which like was the first time I think I saw it in acting.
And even if that was goofy, like you could tell, like he's like really into it.
Yeah,
he went for broke, bro. He really played that shit up, man.
Yeah,
Gibbs was fucking amazing on that show, man.
Yeah, I hope we get like a season 2 because I hated that Bust Down was only 6 episodes. Like it's too short.
Yeah.
I hope
they're not going to give a big budget to. You could tell like some of that shit was shot in like some of her homies like backyards and shit.
Definitely,
like that.
definitely. Damn.
Are you guys gonna watch the upcoming Issa Rae show, rap shit on HBO Max? Did y'all know about it?
Yeah, it's set in Miami, right?
I heard about it when it was in production, but I don't know what it's about.
I think it's set in Miami, right?
Yeah, it's just two chicks that decide to rap. It looks like a City Girls meets Insecure type thing. Yeah,
I'm gonna watch it because I fuck with Issa Rae.
I think I did hear about this actually.
Yeah, and
I thought the trailer was funny.
Yeah.
I thought the actresses were, beautiful and they seemed like a lot of fun. So and yeah, Issa and her team of writers are like impossibly good, like as far as like creating drama and like having moments of humor and shit like that. Yeah. I definitely fuck with what they do. So
if it's gonna have the same energy as Insecure, then I'm definitely tuning in for sure.
I love the idea that we got another one. You know what I'm saying? Like I love the idea of like that, because that's how it used to be, right? With certain seasons, like when one show would go off, like, all right, so what's gonna take over the Tuesday 8 p.m.'s time slot? You know what I'm saying? Like it was like important to kind of identify what we're all gonna be watching, like as a culture, right? And Insecure was that. And I think it ended at the right time. And Facts. I really think it was like bookended really well. They both grew a lot. I didn't think that they should have ended up together. Spoiler alert again for anybody who hasn't finished Insecure. I don't think they should have ended up together, but I see what the point of that was. I really think she should have ended up with Nate. You know what I mean? I don't think Nate did anything to like what
Nate
Lawrence
was boring,
and her
dog.
went through.
I'm sorry, man. He was a little boring.
I don't. He to me he wasn't boring as much as he was like made because like the rebound was Daniel, right? Daniel was like the rebound. She's tried to date Daniel, it didn't really work. Nate was somebody who she really saw herself with, and like it worked with, and she still went back to the toxic kind of. There's this idea that if y'all both kind of get time to grow up, like their relationship is worse now than it was before. He got a baby on her and shit like that. It's just I didn't love the ending, right? A lot of those HBO shows don't stick the landing on the ending for me, but I'm glad it ended.
But you know what? Ain't that how that would end in real life? To be honest, I feel like that was the most realistic ending that we was gonna get. We know people like that, bro.
For sure.
We know the couple that be breaking up time and time again, but they get back together. And
I'm not gonna lie, bro. That was before this. That was me, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. Representation matters, dog.
Yeah, man. Me and wife.
How many times you and your shorty broke up before that? Yeah, come on, man.
We was not kicking it, bro. Still messing around. She ended up getting pregnant. It was just like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? That's real life shit. You know what I mean? That's how this goes sometimes, man. Fuck it.
I've heard somebody else say that too. That there's like, yo, whoever I get pregnant, that's it. That's who I'm with.
But it worked out. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't got no like baby mama drama. Like all my kids is by the same woman and shit like that. Like motherfuckers be, I don't know. I don't have no like. I know I have it. I don't have issues that other niggas have, and I don't know how I would deal with it. Right? It's like child support and like baby mama drama, like somebody like you not with them so they don't want you to see their kids, and like I don't know how niggas deal with that shit. Like so I can't really like speak to that experience. I'm very lucky it worked out. Like we were able to kind of work out some of those kind of messier and just be adults about it. You know what I mean? Some of the more messy parts of our relationship and kind of just try to be better for each other. That's really what it all boiled down to. And I think a lot of people.
That's one thing you don't want. That's bad for everybody.
Well, a lot of people overcomplicate their relationships. Mm-hmm. I think people are mostly selfish, and like the thing that they don't like about the person that they've chosen is how much they're not them. Like as far as like they expect your woman expects you to be like her, and you expect her to be like you or think like you because now y'all have a kid or like y'all live together. People got to give each other room to kind of be different and like balance each other out, and I don't think that happens enough in relationships. It's just like, oh, I can't deal with her, man. It's just like, have you tried to actually deal with, without trying to change or like alter, or like do you fight about this thing all the time? Like maybe this is just how this person operates, and like you should figure out how to counteract that with what you need to do, as opposed to trying to kind of create this version of this person, you know what I mean, in your own head. I think a lot of people overcomplicate this.
Like you said, bro, Sonder,
relationship shit.
Everybody has like. Mm-hmm. Can you give the definition? Drop the definition
of Sonder.
Yeah.
The definition of Sonder is essentially the realization that every single person you come in contact with has a life, a history, a past as complex and as vivid as your own. So when your cable guy, your UPS guy, the person you bump on the street, someone you see on the train, your Uber driver, right? All of these people, every single one that you walk by has their own experience that is just as complicated as yours. They've laughed, they've cried, they have gotten their heart broken, they've, been sick, they've been scared, right? Every Republican, every gay person, every racist, like they might also love The Office, right? Like there's all this intersectionality that we don't consider when we've decided that we're only one thing, right? And yeah, it's just, I think if everyone kind of gives everyone the space to just be human and kind of meet people where they are. And maybe y'all don't jive. Maybe and that's okay too. Somebody doesn't have to be a bad person, because like if I met a girl who like hated all her exes, I'm pretty sure you the problem. I'm pretty sure that you are the common denominator, because you can't end things amicably with anybody, right? It's just that's a character flaw to me. You know what I mean? Like not everybody is your ops. Some people are just not for you, and that's okay too. So yeah, I think people overcomplicate things. They have this complex where they think they overinflate their importance in people's lives.
They're the main character in everybody's story.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And it's a weird thing, and I don't think it's a weird thing. I think it's a natural thing, but I think it's something that folks should probably wake up and consider, that there's elements of life that have so little to do with you, then that you can stop taking everything so fucking personal all the time. It's weird.
Do y'all have somebody in y'all relationship, like with the person that you're with? Is there somebody that you know, that like a celebrity, that your girl is leaving you for? Even if it's not
the safe guess would be like somebody like Drake, but there's nobody that I know for certain.
That's what's funny about that?
Confident in the strength of my relationship.
See, and that's I love that you said that.
And I hope that if she were to leave me for Drake, that it'd be for a play for both of us. And then
and I like that you took it there, right? Because if my girl, wife, spouse, whatever, got an opportunity to fuck Drake, right?
That's what it is.
Yeah, if you got an opportunity to fuck Drake, like, by all means, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna like, yeah, we're gonna fight about it and I'm gonna be upset, but also that's a fucking like once in a lifetime fucking experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think you're a fucking monster because a damn near billionaire was like interested in you and kind of like flew you out or whatever. Like,
sounds crazy. It sounds crazy you saying this, dog.
I know that it does, right? But I think that we should kind of be more like open to shit like that. Like, honestly,
Drake a regular nigga. Like, would you feel like this if
Justin's
she wanted
trying to make this work around in his favor?
I know. Would you feel like this if it was some regular nigga, or does it have to be? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, what I'm talking about is these.
But that's different.
I'm talking about these one-off experiences. Yeah, like again, life is short, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, actually, there was an episode of a Family Guy similar to this, like, right, where Lois found out that like she had fucked members of Kiss at some point, right? Or Peter found out that she fucked members of the rock band Kiss. And like Peter was like, yo, that's kind of ill. Like, he was like kind of proud a little bit. Like, it's I don't know. I just think like it's not the worst thing in the world. Like, niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, if you got a chance to fuck Rihanna, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
If you're a boyfriend, it's not a stat, though. It's not something I'm just going around.
No. It's not something you're going to be proud of, but also, like, that's, you had an experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't believe in that. Like, I think sex has less to do with love and loyalty than people like to claim. Humans like fucking. You know what I'm saying?
Who is it, bro? Do you have one? Do they have one? Does she have one? That you know of?
Who would she actually be like, babe, like, come on? You know what I mean? Like, how do you even?
I'm surprised that y'all never had this conversation, because I feel like in all my relationships, there's been at least one celebrity that they've talked about that's like, yo, I know.
If I say it, she's gonna tell me I'm wrong. So like, it's not gonna be the Tanks or like the Drakes or like, it's not gonna be like those.
That's who you competing with.
No, I mean, like, again, we're a little older, man. So like, I don't think she would be attracted to like a Brent or like a fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, who y'all go. You know what I'm saying? Like if
Nah,
you're,
no,
if
because
Lil,
there's a
if
point.
Lil
I
Uzi
said-
fucks your bitch, bro, like that's a character flaw in you. I think
Nah, I'm not losing to Lil Uzi.
that's what I'm saying. These niggas is too like, you know what I'm saying? Like these
I
niggas
said
ain't
what I
as
said.
cool
I
as the
said I
oldest.
feel pretty confident in the strength of my relationship.
That is Drake.
But like
it
they've
would be Drake.
never been this conversation that it's like if this person comes around, it's like, all right, this is probably like,
no, I never.
So, okay. Have you ever been in any relationship that's been like that, where you've talked to them and it's been like, all right, like you know that they're a super fan of this person, and like they'd be like, all right, it's kind of like that. Even if it's a joke, it could be a joke too. Not even if it's like seriously, but like
Black 6 lakh.
6 lakh.
Black is fire. Black is fire.
So you get it.
Then you leave us for blacks too.
Justin's like,
Black
yeah,
is fire.
I can see that.
No. I mean, it's because again, you got to think about your lady and
Oh my
like her
God.
experience and how she fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like what she attracted to, and like, you know,
Or don't.
why not? Why is that such a taboo kind of like? Why she like you? Like you don't like? Do you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's good to know, but like,
yeah, no, it's good. It's definitely good to know. But you're not the only nigga in the world with your fucking, you know what I'm saying, with your whatever. You know
but
what
they're
I'm
not
saying?
going to know that Drake or fucking 6 lakh has these qualities. Like you just got, which is my point, by the way. There's a point to all this. Why I'm asking you this question, because my girl would definitely leave me for Brent Faiyaz, and I don't understand why. Because this nigga.
He seems to be a terrible person.
Does
like
not
everything,
have it. Bro,
yeah.
I could give you 3 reasons right now why I'm a better option than Brent.
Please.
I can sing better than this nigga. I'm pretty sure I could kill it. Like if I really tried the way that he does it, I could probably kill it. Straight
Was
up.
you the one that put up that story with like Brent be singing like?
That shit had me crying.
Yeah,
I did.
That shit was funny.
And I like Brent, but that shit was
Yeah.
funny as fuck.
It is, because it's true. Like it sounded like a Brent song. Like that could easily be a Brent song.
For sure.
I was bumping.
Give me number 2 and 3.
Number 2, he's not going to be faithful. He's toxic to all ends, which,
For sure.
you know, women might
My
act like
go-to
they like
Dirty
that
Mac
toxic shit. You said what?
It's my go-to Dirty Mac line. You're not gonna be faithful to you.
He not.
He don't care about
And I'm not even dirty. That's factual. I'm not even dirty macking at that point. He has said in multiple songs the way that he's going to be, like, or the way that he's treated people. He not good for you.
He's awful.
He's not going to treat you right.
Yeah.
He's not going to do that. I'm sorry. Whatever I'm doing for you, he's not going to do for you at all. In his album, he's stepping out on his pregnant girl. Like I would never, if you're the woman that's carrying my child,
Yeah, you listen to those skits?
you it, baby. You if I did. I listened to the whole album, which is like again another point.
Skip them shits.
Listen, bro, that album needs to come with a trigger warning. Album needs to come with a trigger warning, but I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. Oh, y'all haven't heard it yet? Okay, so then
I heard the album, but I skipped all the skits.
You skipped even the last one?
Yeah.
I really liked.
I feel like that's
I really
why
liked the Sonder Son project.
Well, Wake Up Call.
And no, Sonder Son, the project.
No. I'm talking about.
Oh, sorry.
The last skit of
the one
of
right
this
before
album,
the last song.
Right before Angel, yeah.
Nah, I skipped that shit.
Damn, man, it definitely is. Like this album is definitely. Wait, hold on. Reason number three, which is probably the most important reason of all. This nigga's a catfish, bro. He don't.
What you mean by that?
What you expecting like him to be like just from his singing? It's not going to be what it is. I'm telling you right now.
Then you judging his looks right now?
I am, bro. I am. You see, you think he's cool, but I feel like he's just not cool, bro.
Wow,
like, he's a little corny.
Wait, I can't tell. You calling him ugly, or you just calling him like
swagless?
Yeah,
it's a little bit of both. Because I feel like one contributes to the other. You can look decent, but if you corny, your looks go down a lot. Like you suddenly just don't look as attractive as you need to be.
Instantly, yeah. Like look at Omarion. You know what I mean? Like Omarion, I'm telling you, bro.
I don't follow what Brent has been doing in the streets, how he's been rolling the album out. But what has he been doing to be perceived as corny?
Just the way that he talks, dog. Like
I
if you
think
ever
I
see
think he's corny too.
if you
I
ever
do.
if you ever like watch like any type of if either he's like an interview or like the way that he's just talking, even on these skits, I know it's just acting or whatever, but the skits are themselves, you can skip them because they're corny, but as a concept, I'm like, okay, with the whole album, I'm like, you're doing something that's great, but you're still kind of corny for this. Like it's still very much corny,
I
and
gotta hear this album, man, because I like how upset it's making me.
it's not making me upset. It kind of is, but it's not. Like it's the point where it's just like I understand that I got more to offer on the table
Than
than
Brent.
Brent does. I do.
Brent might have like 1.2 million reasons though. Something in that ballpark.
I think this toxic shit is played out, dog. Just because you think that you can like you got mad options, you want to let people know that shit is after a while that shit gets played out, dog. That
I
shit
think there's
only
a certain
appeals to
section of bitches, and forgive me for using that word, but I think I'm using it accurately here. I think there's a certain section of bitches that he's talking to specifically that they're not your girl. Like he's not coming after our girls, right? There's like a certain type of woman who I don't want to, I don't want to say this disparagingly, and I don't mean it disparagingly, but that can be bought and like are like for sale to the highest bidder, and like all of that shit is a transaction, right? So the toxicity and like the way he posits himself is the fact that he has money is a factor in why women are attracted to him, not you know so much about his personality or like. And that's the thing, back in the day they was trying to make your bitch wet, right? I don't think they give a fuck about our bitches. Like I really don't, you know what I'm saying? I think there's a certain section of women that, and
you
I think
say
that
that, but
pool I think that pool is big enough to where, you know what I'm saying, like they're never gonna like try our bitches. Like they're talking to the bitches with the BBLs and like the, you know what I'm saying, the tummy tucks. Those bitches
but that's the
are
thing.
the ones who are fucking Brent.
I really don't think Brent be pulling these types of bitches, bro. I really do not.
You got Brent fucked
I
up.
find it hard to believe, and I feel like you've been Pied Pipered by his music. I feel like you drink the Kool-Aid, bro. His
Okay.
like because the only thing that would make you believe that is what he's saying in his songs. But as a
Right.
character, he's very corny, bro. Like he very much does not like if you get past like the songs and everything that he's saying, and like you really realize that he really is just a vocalist. Like he's not a good singer, but like he's just, which I think another case is that I think the whole Omarion Mario versus, I think that shit broke me because I really am listening to all these niggas differently now, which is another point that's
Yeah.
we could talk about that next week.
It's so
But
funny that they all kind of like Ray J, Jeremiah, like they all went up there and embarrassed the fuck out of themselves, yo. Like that whole clique, son. Like that's fucking hilarious, bro.
We can talk about this next week, and I don't know if you had a chance to listen to the Neo album, but like that's a next week thing. We can reflect on that. But like I have a whole different aspect of like how I'm viewing singers and vocalists and musicians just entirely. I'm just like my
Neo
mind
showed
is
up?
like I need some. There's only like 2 songs from this project that I like, and they're not like the singing
Great.
based. This album is not what you expect. I'm telling you right now, but
Okay.
it's whatever.
I have
Joey
some
Badass
some
next
examples
week.
of that
It's all
too.
good.
Joey
Yeah, we'll
Badass
get
next
into that.
week. I'm excited for that. I'm excited for Joey because he dropped another single too, which sounded pretty good. I think it's called Zip
Ooh, I haven't
Codes.
heard that yet. I gotta hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zip
I did
Codes.
end up listening off the strength of your suggestion, D. I did end up listening to the Cap Steez
Steez,
record
yeah.
today. Incredible. I did come in with, you said the name on the pod, that first record with the army sounds.
Survival Tactics.
Survival Tactics. That was my first Joey record. And Cap Steez went crazy on that record. And then I think Cap Steez dropped the next record, like, and then 1999 dropped. Loved 1999. Incredible fucking project, bro.
Yeah.
I didn't love his major label debut, and it's been kind of quiet for him since then. But if he's tapped back in, I'm absolutely gonna check for Joey. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
for sure.
the songs that
So
he's dropped for this upcoming album so far, they've all been been good.
up there.
So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm excited for that next week.
And
So
he's evolving. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like his sound and everything. He's not sticking to like the boom bap shit. Oh man, I wish we had more time, bro. I did have some stuff that I wanted to bring up, but we can table it.
all in all, I say that to say, yo, Brent, this shit was very underwhelming. You know what I mean? It was very underwhelming as an album. I enjoyed it first listen, but like really looking back at it, it I very much question what it is I enjoy about this dude. And I think this says a lot about me as a person that I've kind of outgrown this idea of this toxicity. You know,
Toxic
fuck
shit.
the
Yeah.
world is a bro. When I first heard that song, I was like, damn, this nigga talking to me.
Yeah.
Like this shit.
That definitely would be me for
Yeah,
sure.
I was like, damn, this nigga is really like it in my bag. But then again, I was single when that came out, so it's a
Yeah.
whole nother world listening to that music coming out. But yeah, nah, this album, I just feel like it's just this for the city boys, bro. This for the people that's still in that bag of I need to maintain this toxic persona. Fuck bitches, get money. Fuck bitches, get bitches. Like I'm trying to like a whole nother zone that I'm no longer in. And so I didn't
Yeah.
enjoy it as I really didn't enjoy it as much, you know,
Yeah, I
which
very
is
much lived what I feared. Because remember, I did say it was going to be like 6 songs that we've already heard before.
yeah.
Then the
You called
half of
it.
it is going to be like some mid.
You
But then he
called it.
decided to put some fucking skits in that bitch. It was 6 of them, 5 or 6 of
Yeah.
them too.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I did actually like a couple of the other ones. There's 2 songs that are automatically mid just because like there's a couple rap verses on here that just shouldn't be on here. Um,
From him or from other
no,
artists?
from other artists.
Okay.
They need to get far away from the studio and women.
Bro, when I first heard that, I had no idea that was her. I don't want to trash her because it's off the respect, but I had no idea that was her. And when I found out
Wait,
it was, I was very disappointed.
who you talking about? You want to say the name?
Just look at the track list, bro.
Okay.
Or don't even look at the track list. Listen to the album
Listen to the
blind,
record. Yeah.
and then when
She
you
was
look
only
back
at
at the
the end of
track
the
list,
song, right?
she was throughout. I think she was like part of the
Really?
chorus. I think, yeah. But like when
Oh,
you look
shit, I
back,
gotta hear that.
listen to the album blind, and when you look back at the track list, you're gonna be like, that was her. Like, damn,
Hmm.
that's not. Why'd you do that? But you know, we're not gonna drop her name. That could be anybody, right? Yeah,
Could be anybody.
it could be anybody. Yeah, nah, definitely could have skipped it. I will say that if I listened to this album more times, I probably could grasp like the themes that he's
Well, I
doing
mean, it's called
because
Wasteland.
yeah, like and just like we'll revisit this for like a couple minutes if you actually listen to the album because we could talk about it. Damon, I don't know if you're gonna listen to it again. I'm not gonna make you listen to it. Like,
I mean, no, I got my songs on here that I like, the new
yeah,
ones like Rolling
yeah,
Stone.
yeah.
I like Rolling Stone. I like Role Model.
But did you listen
Addiction's
to
is
it
fine,
in order
minus the
though?
verse.
Did you
I
listen to it
did,
in
but I
order?
just skipped the. Yeah, I did. But I just skipped the skits. I don't know
Okay.
if it really like adds to it, but and I'm sure it does. But I don't really care for it.
I think there is a bit of a storyline. I think there's a concept here to follow because like I said, this album probably needed to come with a trigger warning because that last skit was very disturbing. And that's all I'll say. Like I won't spoil it anymore, but that last skit was very disturbing. And I was listening to this. Like this ain't an album that you could fuck to. This ain't one of
Yeah.
them albums, man. I'm telling you right now, don't even try it. If people try to listen to this.
I'm gonna one last thing on that topic. Party had a song like that on one of the albums. The song that like that shit should have came with a trigger warning, bro. I don't know. I can't remember what the song was called. I'm actually probably gonna play it as soon as I get off the phone with y'all. I mean off the live with y'all. But it was a song, I'm pretty sure it was about Kaylani, where you talking about like how like a bitch just finished sucking his dick and he had to like wipe his dick off with like the couch pillow or some shit like that.
That was Savage
Like
Anthem.
Savage Anthem. Yo, bro. I was like, nigga. Like, I don't know how you're like okay with like telling people that you're this fucking horrible of a fucking human being, son.
That was a very
That was
weird
one of them
time.
ones.
That was a very
Yeah,
weird
that was
time.
about Kehlani and Kyrie. I remember that.
Yeah,
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 that shit was I don't know what's up with this fucking party, man.
That's bro. That's our brother's son.
Oh,
He a
man.
Cancer, dog. That's
Yeah. I'm sorry, bro. I don't. That's too real, bro. I can't. I don't know, man. There's something about us that we have to protect our character and our image in at least a little, right? We can't let folks know how fucked up we can be. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that's a Cancer thing. I think that's a human thing. But it manifests itself in different ways.
The pettiness is definitely a Cancer thing. To drop something like that and be that's 100% a water sign trait, which I'm not proud of, but we grow, whatever. But anyway, that's all I had to say about Brent. We don't have to go too far into that. Concept album, listen to it if you feel inclined to. It's one of those things. I'm sure there's more to it that I might be missing. If there's more that I'm missing that you listen to, listener, if you've heard this album more than once and you have something that I'm missing to make this album sound better, which Gravity is a little bit more grim to me now. Like listening to it, Gravity doesn't sound like a happy song to me anymore, which is crazy.
Not for the cookouts anymore.
No, it doesn't.
Is Wasting Time on that album?
It is, which is another song that it sounds differently now that you listen to the whole concept, like in the whole cohesion of the album. Things start to sound differently, which is why I always say we should wait to judge before we listen to the whole album cohesively, because I'm sure there's a purpose. And Gravity sounds different. Wasting Time sounds hella different. There's a concept there, but that album needed a trigger warning because that shit was very disturbing at the end. But shout out Brent. Please don't fuck my bitch. don't.
You could never, nigga. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, you can never, bro. Even though she's, I don't think she knows what she's looking for. I don't think she knows what she's looking at. I should say, but that's another thing.
This nigga really don't like Brent now.
I think my girl would also fuck Mick Jenkins, but that's a whole nother story. We can save that. That's
take it else to Mick Jenkins.
Yeah, like I don't think I'm losing to Mick Jenkins, bro.
It's the voice, bro. It's the voice. I think y'all can. I need y'all to ask.
Lucky Day. I think Lucky Day could get my bitch.
Thank you, bro. Fuck. Yeah. Somebody thank you. Being somebody, we being real. I need you to ask because it's been very vocal. My girl has told me. She's like, yo, this man here.
And she's denied it, but I don't believe her. Like she loves that nigga's music a little too fucking much, bro. Like that nigga caught you on the right day, bro. It's it's a wrap.
Yeah, Lucky Day getting you out of here. I'm sorry, Jess.
Yeah, Lucky Day getting you the fuck out of here. That's no lie.
Right. Being honest. But nah, we can wrap up now. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for coming and talking with my boys at Galbo _ aka God Daddy, aka God.
Yo, why do you keep coming with this bullshit?
Bro, I'm sorry. I'm trying. Like I said, bro, I'm trying to get better, bro. I don't know what. I don't know. I'm just about to let y'all.
Stop coming with God Daddy stuff.
I said God Daddy twice.
You going to hell? You going to hell just for that? You keep coming with Daddy.
I'm sorry, bro.
Call your father, yo.
Call your pops, please.
All right, we got Bo _ that's it. AKA Gabo Visuals. I'm sorry, bro. Yeah, that's all we got. AKA OG Just, my boy in the building. He's back. He's here. You felt an absence last week, because my boy.
Yeah, niggas try to act like they ran me off, bro. Y'all niggas, first of all right? I don't run for help. I am the help. Okay?
Nigga talking real crazy for no type of reason. OG Just we do that presence was missing. We was missing a level of maturity off the pod last week. I'm telling you right now, like we need that like older person to come in and be like, y'all nah, son, y'all think about this wrong.
Talking about dicks a lot.
Yeah, we talking about feet and dick and shit. Yeah, nah, we need somebody.
She was definitely.
We need somebody to say, yeah, nah, son.
Song.
Nah, young.
See what I'm trying to explain to you, brother, is like nah.
We're gonna get you the Kango. One of these days you're gonna put the Kango on for us, bro. We're gonna get you in there. I'm telling you right now, bro. It's almost that age where we gotta make that switch. I'm telling you right now, son. Eventually,
just trying to age me, bro. I just told you. I just cited the article that explains that we're aging slower. All right, I'm really like 27. So.
All right, bro. Send me that article, bro. Anyway, thank you, Justin Cohen. I am at Trend Dollars. I feel like I haven't introduced myself in a long time. Thank you, listeners and new listeners and old listeners and the patrons. Yeah, we're nothing without y'all, man. I really appreciate that. We didn't shout out the Patreon earlier, but if you want to become a patron, subscribe to the Patreon, patreon.com/because I am podcast. It's all out there. It's looking great. You got video content. We out here looking great. All our cameras looking nice. We out here looking beautiful, like wrinkleless. We out here looking great, man. Respect us in our youth. We out here looking great. So,
Yeah.
like I said, patreon.com/because I am podcast and become a patron. I just want to give a shout. Like, we don't have to do shouts and shut ups. Y'all don't have to think about it. But I do want to say,
I actually have some in the tuck this time.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we could do it. I want to just give a quick, shout out to well, first, like a rest in peace to Tony Sirico, from The Sopranos. Uncle Paulie, definitely will be missed. To those watching The Sopranos for the first time, you'll feel the presence because my man is a real OG. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not a joke. Man was really had some mob ties. So, RIP Tony Sirico and RIP Jack Knight, like we just found out. And I want to
honestly, man, we on a pod, but I'm broken up about Jack Knight's passing. I'm broken up about that, man. He was.
Yeah, it's very disappointing. I'm glad I had the privilege of seeing him live not too long ago. A couple months ago, I seen Sam J, Zach Fox, and Jack Knight perform at I think it was a Bust Down like tribute where they just had the comedians come out and talk their shit and stuff. So I'm glad I at least got to see him live, before he passed. Rest in peace. And I want to give another shout out to this is definitely on another a complete flip note. But I want to give a shout out to Apple for finally giving. I don't know if it's Apple or YouTube that's responsible for this, but for finally giving us that picture in picture, dog. I could finally get out of YouTube and do other shit, man. Like I need to like there needs to be some sort of applause for this, bro. Like, thank you. Like we've been waiting for this, man. Everybody has been. We used to have it before. You used to have to jailbreak your shit to be able to do that, but now you just get.
I didn't get that update.
You didn't get that update?
Yeah,
no,
it's coming.
I checked for it, but I don't think I did.
No, I try every day. Because I listen to a lot of shit like directly on YouTube.
Hey, man. Like the third minute in the porno, bro, it's coming. Trust me. Like we gonna get there, bro.
I see.
Sorry, bro. But like you gonna get that update. But like it happened. It was on accident. I was about to take a shower. I had a YouTube video playing. I tried to swipe out of it, and it came it was in the corner. And I was like, oh shit. What's going on here? So yeah, when you get that update, you're gonna feel it. It's gonna be great. I don't have any fuck yous this week, man. I don't think I have any fuck yous this week. I can't even think about it. Yeah, nah. I don't know fuck yous. Just shout outs this week, which is great for me, I guess. Fuck you to whoever. Fuck you to all the people that didn't respect my cut, man. That just reached out to my DMs talking about how poorly I rapped my shit. Come on, you do what you got when you got it. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga thought he was Solid Snake.
Nigga
thought he was MacGyver.
Like, fuck you to all the people that just didn't ask how I'm doing, man. I just jumped right to the criticism, right to, yo, man, what is this on your finger, bro? You looking crazy. Nah, man.
This nigga got a hangnail.
I'm done, man. Y'all go, man. I'm tired, man.
I want to give a big shout out to Nas and the rest of the team at Showtime that put together the Supreme Team doc, which was centered around Baisley Projects, which is my stomping grounds where I was raised. I was able to have some pretty interesting conversations with my mom and my uncle about some of the things that was going on in the neighborhood at that time when I was really too young to kind of understand, but I just kind of saw the effects and the destruction. They put together that doc really well, and I don't know if y'all ever had or seen a documentary that was about something that you experienced yourself. I mean, obviously there's been like 9/11 docs and stuff like that, things that we lived through, Y2K and stuff like that. But that shit really, really hit close to home. And as somebody who was born and raised in Baisley Projects and knows the members of the Supreme Team by name, their sons and their nephews are my best friends, people I grew up with, and that I call my brothers. Seeing the doc and seeing kind of more of the whys and the just hearing from the people that were there was really important, and it kind of really helped me understand some things that were happening when I was a kid that I may have not known before. So shout out to Nas and the team at Showtime for putting that doc together. It's a 3-episode. It's on streaming. If you have Showtime on demand, it's there as well. If you want to check it out, it's really, really good. A lot of what you see in like New Jack City was based on the Supreme Team. It gets into like 50 Cent and like the Murder Inc. shit when they got, the RICO charges and shit like that, the money laundering charges. It was, again, incredible. And I want to give a shut up or a fuck you or whatever to Funk Master Flex. I can't stand Flex. I never could. The bomb shit has been whacked for 30 years. But the whole beef he's got with Conway is like just another example of him being way too old and out of touch to be in the position he's in.
Yeah, that shit kind of made me feel weird just from our first pod. Just like shit made me feel a little weird for saying what I was saying about like being like a little out of touch and shit. Which is
it's just like there's a right and a wrong way. And he takes the petty ass high school route every single time. He did it with Drake, like he's, with the Meek Mill shit. He was big on the Meek shit and like kind of perpetuating that beef, which ends up with Drake and Meek obviously ended up being cool again. And now he's just a fucking cornball that just, you know what I mean? Like when you're lame like that, like the corn juice just drips out of you. You know what I'm saying? And Flex been a fucking cornball for a very long time. And he's basically a piece of shit. He put a lot of work in and he made a lot of shit happen in the early 90s. Them 60 minutes of funks were on cassette tapes. He's done nothing revolutionary since. And he really needs to get the fuck out of here. But, so fuck out of here, Funk Flex. I don't think anybody really likes you. And I think if you didn't have the platform you had and the position you had, you probably would have gotten out of here a fucking long time ago. You probably would have got slapped. Somebody would have slapped the shit out you by now. But, and it's weird that you get fucking tummy tucks and you 60. It's just very strange. But yeah, that's it.
Thank you.
All right.
Wrap it up, D.
I want to give a fuck you to anybody who sends work-related texts before 12 p.m.
12,
I'm just waking, especially. Yeah, maybe I'm stretching it. At least 10.
Yeah, you're right.
At least 10. I hate waking up to like text from like 7:22 in the morning talking about some shit that's due soon or don't hit me about this right now. I'm still waking up. I haven't even this is the last thing I want to wake up to.
It's worse when they don't say good morning, bro. When they don't say good morning, that's the worst. That's the worst part. At least say good morning before you hit my line with some shit that I gotta do. Like then it's a little better, but even then it's like, stop. I'm not responding until the time that you should hit me up at. And that's really all it is. You got to set that boundary. You got to respond at that time, that you want them to hit you up at, so they know I'm not going to get this response until this time.
Exactly.
If you have the luxury. Some people don't have that luxury, but yeah.
And then shout out. Don't really have too many shout out. I guess shout out to you guys. You guys just had a birthday weekend. We didn't really get to talk about it on this episode.
We did it. Just stealing looks.
That's true.
That's true.
Wait, nah, I didn't hear the fucking slick chick thing.
She's stealing looks, dog.
Oh yeah. That's you know what?
It's like, yeah, that's true.
That's true. That's definitely true. Yeah, that actually works because the fucked up thing is I definitely saw that picture before too. Like that's the fucked up thing. I definitely saw that picture before. And I did nothing set off in my head. Like, yo,
to admit to it.
I kind of seen that look one time.
Never seen this nigga in glasses either. But for that day, he had glasses on. That was the shit that was the shit that was just like, all right, I gotta
Got
say
me.
something because if I don't, she gonna get out of hand. I was like, I just
You
can't
lucky
have
my
it
beard don't grow in, nigga. You know what I'm
again.
saying? That's where you really got saved.
Shit, man. But thank you, David. Appreciate it, bro. You know,
Yeah, no doubt.
this nigga called me a whore on my birthday, bro. Nigga said, "Happy birthday, whore." To me.
Nah, who said that? Dane?
David.
Oh,
She had me feeling all that. Nigga slut shamed me on my birthday.
it's likely true. Likely true. Yeah, for sure.
Ain't no
What'd you
likely
do?
true. I ain't Brent, nigga. I told you.
What'd you do? Because I didn't see no pics. I didn't see no like drunk videos. Like, what'd you do?
Nah, I went to karaoke, man. It was a nice time. I went to a karaoke bar with my niggas. Just had a
You
nice
posted
time.
the clip of you like it looks like you just got there, but then there was nothing after that. I was hoping to see some funny footage afterwards.
Oh nah, other people posted some of it, but like I think the
You didn't
karaoke
repost
bar.
none of it.
Nah, I wasn't trying to. And
Post the
I'm glad we talk about this on the tail end of the pod because people probably gone by now. But there was people that didn't need to see that they weren't invited. That's all I'm gonna say.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, don't you hate
That's
when that
interesting.
happens? And
Yeah.
did you set up the event or somebody else set it up?
That's some shit that makes the story.
I set up the event, but the karaoke bar had like a limit to people. And the room was kind of small. So it was like I was like limited to like 15 people. So I was like, you know, this is like A-list friendship, you know, like there's people that I would want to have there, but it's only like certain people that can be there. I'm like, you know, and then it hurts because there's people that hit me up like, "What are you doing for your birthday?" And it's like, nothing. Like I can't tell you what I'm doing for my birthday.
Can't tell you because we not as cool as you think. It's fucked up, son.
You're not in the top 15.
Yo, bro, if he was not at Trent's karaoke thing, he does not actually fuck with y'all. Just so we're clear.
It's cold, man. It's a cold game.
Hey, get ready for a bullshit excuse.
Yeah, for sure.
Bro.
Yo, bro, damn. You know what? Yeah. My phone was acting up all weekend, son.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. This was probably the nastiest like that I've ever had to make excuses, bro. Like I'm talking about like planning an event on another day that I knew was never gonna happen type nasty. This is probably the nastiest I've ever gotten with my birthday. And I hate having these types of talks on my birthday, but this was probably the nastiest. I'm not gonna lie. Like I really need to grow the fuck up on that sense. But yeah, nah, it was nice though. I could send y'all pictures. I'm not gonna post that shit though, because I'm trying to be less personal on my socials. Yeah, and just looked like you went to a festival or some shit. Like you went to a concert.
Man, I went to. You said you went to karaoke. I went to karaoke too. I went to trap karaoke, which was no, I'm dead ass. That's what it's fucking called.
This nigga was wearing the same. This nigga wore the outfit. This nigga wore the outfit.
I did wear the outfit and did the exact same thing you did like the next day for sure. But I did not know that, bro. Both times, like that's wild. It's cancer energy, bro. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
So you did trap karaoke? Yeah,
I went to trap karaoke. Yeah,
so you're saying Lil Durk to the top of his lungs, bro. His veins.
So
popping
here's
out his
the thing.
head.
That's you hear trap karaoke, you think, all right, cool. I'm in the South. It's North Carolina. They're gonna be playing a bunch of fucking Boosie and all that, and they did. But they also played gospel music. Like they played it was like a really really dope vibe. They played Kanye. You know what I mean? And like what the setup is. You buy your tickets, right? They send you a separate email after you purchase your tickets of like, do you want to come up and perform? And the concept is you get up on stage and you are the star, right?
I like that, yo. I like that.
It was really, really cool. They don't help you. They don't give you the words. You got to go up there and know the words to the song you perform in.
It's basically like a talent show. Yeah,
see if you can get the crowd hype. You know what I mean? Like, obviously I didn't go. It was my first time. I didn't know what the vibe was gonna be, but I absolutely would go again. I would go every time it's available, and I would definitely perform. It was like really cool, and like, you know,
what would you perform?
If I'm out here,
not as R&B.
I would have to do some fucking like the song that I was thinking of, like what would they know but would represent me. And the song that I thought of was We Fly High by Jim Jones. Like it's very crowd, you know what I'm saying? Crowd oriented.
Do you know all the words?
It's call and response. I probably don't, but I would practice. You know what I'm saying? Like
in your element already.
Yeah. I would definitely practice it.
Cut the beat.
You know what I'm saying? Oh my god. My fucking the rapping hands, man. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
You start shooting imaginary free throw.
That's the idea, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shout out to Harlem Rock. He was, you know what I'm saying, with me. He had a great time. You know, they they had like a tribute section where they played Mac, they played Nip, they played, some Trouble, a bunch of rappers that have kind of passed away that had big records. It was a really dope vibe. It was really fun. I encourage anybody that is like that want to get outside and kind of. There was a lot of women in there. It was a lot of men in there. You know what I'm saying? It was just a really dope kind of family vibe. And shit, I was nervous. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of my first time being outside like that in like the deep South. Essentially, it was in Charlotte, but it was Charlotte looks wild. But anyway, it was kind of like my first time really, really being outside, and it was such a great experience that I encourage anybody. It comes to New York if it's out there, check it out. It comes to Miami if it's out there, check it out. Get a bunch of your friends to go. It was a great time.
That's all. I'm definitely interested in that. Send me a link to that
Right.
too. I like that shit. Yeah, but
I got
shout out to us, man. Cancer season is coming to a close, man. Leo season's about to come crazy. It's gonna be the most annoying probably season coming up. These Leos, man.
I got Geminis. My mom's a Gemini, but I got Geminis and fucking Libras as like, and my daughter's a Libra, but I got Geminis and Libras as like the most obnoxious signs when it's their time, for sure.
you be shitting on
shitting on my people, right?
On the people closest to him.
No shame, dog. I hope to get to that level someday where you just be. I can only imagine what you say about me when I'm not around, nigga. Damn.
Oh yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
Damn, son.
For sure.
Yo, shout out to the patrons: Nat Redacted, Tori Campbell, Gideon M, Leslie C, Raisin Collins, Jessica Lozano, Crispy Acosta, Baju Watt, Darren Liper, Justin Jones, Karen Bregman, Eric Santiago, Armand Salad, Paul Pittman, Florence Bro, Adam. Y'all are great. Thank y'all for listening. We'll catch y'all next week. Stay safe. Keep your head on a swivel. I'm praying for y'all. Peace.
Might sell a brick to a manatee.